Testing. Yeah, just sorting my stuff out because I had to reset it all a minute ago. So you're going to see a funky screen for the next couple of minutes. We'll sort it out. Yeah, I'll put my hat on in a minute to hide the fucking hair. Turn the music down a bit, it seems a bit loud. That's better. Just testing out because the start screen kept on freezing, so I'm hoping it's sorted now. Testing the screens out. Now see, it hasn't got the stream names there. Or on the end. Love it, Rooski, love it. I feel like I'm DJing right now. Any requests? Okay. Won't bother with the pause screen at the moment. It's all over the place on air. Oh, I don't need to worry about that at the moment. That screen is fine. Yeah, that's good. Got my funky hair tonight. The hat will be going on shortly. I'm just testing things. What about some Final Fantasy dubstep? Right, let's check this out, yeah? Yeah, getting groovy with my homies. Breaking it down with the Webby MC. You know me, I'm from the GMC. Final Fantasy is the best game ever. You know me, I'm a motherfucking clever. And that's the only time you'll hear me do that. I do apologise. You missed my rapping, H-Dub. It was magical. I'm just excited because I've just come off 5 12-hour shifts and now I've got 4 days off, so I'm having a Jack Daniels, just chilling out. Good times. Good times, Dougie. I'm glad. I'm glad you're synced up and ready to rock. H-Dub wants more rapping. I can't rap, mate. I'm far too middle class to be rapping. I don't have the words of the street. Oh, Dan and Darren are actually in the chat. Let's get them in.
Good.
Hello, guys.
Hello. You right?
Yeah, I've just been rapping on stream for everyone.
Oh, that's nice.
Yeah. It's all good. It's all good in the hood.
I can see the chat exploding in delight.
Yes.
I didn't hear it though.
I think Peebs is on, isn't he?
He's just logged onto Xbox, I've noticed.
Oh, I don't know whether if I should share his dancing to the stream.
Probably not without his...
No. Yeah. I'm pretty sure he said he was on tonight. I'll send him a message.
Cool.
Peebs, are you on? He did message earlier to say he was coming on. Turn this music down a bit. I'm just got some Final Fantasy VII dubstep playing. Well, Lo-fi.
Oops.
Sorry.
That sounds hideous.
Oh, it's
I mean,
beautiful.
lo-fi.
Lo-fi, yeah. My little boy's deciding to. You should be in bed. What are you doing?
He wants to play.
He just run out in and out. Monkey pants. Yeah. I'll ask Peebs if I'm allowed to because it's quite funny. What happens in the group stays in the group unless we have permission. Well, he's not replied. Shall we just start without him then?
Yeah. Well, he usually just rolls in, doesn't he? He rolls into the chat or just rolls into the recording.
He is online on Discord.
Oh, there you go. He's just getting ready.
Yeah, he's only 2 minutes late. Peeb's been fashionably late, isn't it?
Alright. Good.
How you all doing anyway?
Yeah, I'm alright.
Good. I was just saying to the guys on the Twitch that I'm just a bit hyper because I've been sitting at my computer for 12 hours a day for the last 5 days and now I've got 4 days off.
Nice.
Yeah.
Back to work tomorrow for me. Half day. Lol.
Part-timer.
Yeah, be over soon.
Yeah.
Part-time furlough would be a thing of the past.
Yeah. Have you had your jab yet?
No, not yet. I haven't been invited. I've read about who has been invited. She's got it a few days or so I should be soon.
Yeah.
Because I almost had the triple crown in what they're called of conditions for eligibility. So yeah.
Okay.
So yeah, so we'll see. It should be. I mean, I should get it in a couple of weeks, I reckon. By the end of April, I've been told.
Okay, that's not bad. Peebs just messaged saying he's coming on.
Okay.
There he is.
I was looking in the wrong chat. I was looking in game chat for some reason.
Oh dear.
Are you still hungover?
Oh, I've just woken up.
Not surprised.
I've had afternoon siesta.
That's what I've done as well, man. I went out. What was it? I went up to Hollandbury Golf Course, walked around that for a bit, and then I've had a nap, and then I've watched a documentary about North Korea, and now I'm talking to you guys.
Sweet. I just can't get my Xbox controller to connect at the minute. It's doing my head in.
I think Colin was having that issue with his Series X, wasn't he?
It's connected now. Yeah, well, I just switched it on, and neither of my controllers would connect. The
It
Elite or
sounds like a
the
common
one.
problem.
So I've had to do take the plug out, and now it's connecting. But when it was like woke up from hibernation, it won't connect. You have to like do a hard reboot, which is annoying.
New tech.
Yeah. Okay.
You could be able to sue them soon.
Class action lawsuit for stick drift.
Exactly.
For controllers not being able to connect. Yeah.
Something I work doesn't work. I want £1 million, please.
Well,
fuck off.
I can't. Right, so I've got to the point now with my Nintendo Switch.
Yeah.
I can't use it handheld
Oh dear.
because the Joy-Cons are fucked, completely fucked now.
What are you doing to it?
I can't find any Joy-Cons anywhere. So I'm hoping to pre-order those Skyward Sword ones.
Which Joy-Con is
The
working?
left side's the one that's completely warped.
Okay. There is a D-pad Joy-Con you can buy. It's not like an actual Joy-Con handheld. You disconnect it, and instead of the buttons that control the directions, it's like a proper D-pad. It's about £18. It might be an option in the meantime.
Yeah,
and Zelda branded.
I just want official Joy-Cons, so I can play, like 51 games of Marcus and just play games like normally, Yeah, it's a little bit frustrating. It's over. My Switch, I've had it for over 3 years now, I've realised.
Yeah.
So, it's
a bit
controllers don't last forever, do they, anyway?
No.
So I'm not angry or anything, it's just a little bit annoying.
I haven't really had too many in mine break unless I throw them against stuff.
Yeah, well, I'm wondering. Well, the kids keep on getting hold of the Switch when it's docked, you see. So I'm wondering if Marcus has dropped it or something.
Yeah, I think that's probably it, mate. You know what kids are like.
Yeah, that's it. So I'm not gonna be like, oh, Nintendo stuff is shit, because I've got kids and they break things. So yeah.
Well, what I'll do is, if you've got to pay it, you've got to pay it. But
Oh, Peebs' missus is on the show tonight. Hello.
No, she's going up in a minute. She's just on the phone. Just told her to shipka.
All right. Okay, are we almost ready to go? Once Peebs' missus is not on the show, we'll start. That's fine. Yeah, so been a good gaming week. This is the Patreon show, so I'm surprised you've actually turned up for this one, Peebs, to be honest.
You what? This is a Patreon?
Yeah.
He's joking. I thought last week was Patreon.
No, it was a normal one.
Oh, I might as well go to bed then.
You shouldn't have said anything, Webby.
Oh, I shouldn't have done that. Oh, you're off work tomorrow anyway. You got no excuse.
I'm at work tomorrow.
Oh yeah, you've had 4 days off already. It's gone that quick. No.
Yeah,
Are you joking?
I'm going down near your way tomorrow. It's called Borden.
Oh, I know Borden. Yeah. A lot of my family live there.
What do they? Yeah,
extended
it's just
family.
Yeah. Not far from Farnborough.
No, it's not. No. Oh, going to the posh part of the world, mate. Cool. All right. Well, shall we start? Let me just hit the record button.
Yeah.
Okay, so we'll go Peebs, Dan, Darren. You good with that?
Yeah, man.
Yeah.
Okay. And a 3. And a 2. And 1. Hello and welcome to 360 Gamercast, episode 61 for Tuesday, the 2nd of March, 2021. I'm your host, Mark Webb, gamertag Pearson ID, Steam ID, Webby, 360G, and joining me on this fine evening is...
Mr. Peebs.
My nostrils really hurt. Said about Dan.
Sensei Switch.
Hello. So, the first thing I would like to say is a big thank you to everyone who turned up for our community gamer night on Wreckfest this week. It was epic. We had a full lobby going. It was brilliant. So I've got a few thank yous to say. I'm going to read out the names that I got in the screenshot. TVK, Captain Venom, Hogarth, Ninja Rods, AJ Geezer, Laughing Potato, Clarky79, the one random in the screenshot, Super Rally 14. God, we gave him some shit, didn't we? Stunty, Peebs, of course, Laffa Fumi. I don't know how to say your name, mate. Cinnamon Dan, obviously, he's here. Shady Fox, Rooski Doo, and Rince Windy. Colin also joined us.
Yeah, against his against his better judgment, he was sulking.
He was because he. Well, he's a typical American, isn't he? He's not happy unless he's shooting people. So
the thing is, we said to me, he needs to be right at home. We were playing one of America's national sports, so I don't see the problem. He should have been grateful.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's not keen on it, which surprises me. I think it's a great game.
Yeah, I mean, we are that game. I mean, I've already put the word on the street for Wreckfest again this coming Friday, because I loved it. It was the banter was just hilarious, and Stunty's story of well, it was a little bit rude. Well, I don't know if you want to say it or not. I don't know if we should.
I think you should keep it to the group because it'll give people the enticement to come back for more.
We can let him tell it next week. I think he's coming on next week.
Yeah.
But it's a great game because I know we used to have the Forza nights, didn't we? Horizon and Forza 7 or whatever. And for me, although they're okay, they're not as enjoyable because with them games, it is more about skill. So you get the same people winning every game, and I always come last in them. But with this one, with Wreckfest, because it's a little bit more, some sort of skill involved, but there's a lot of luck as well, because you can be in the lead and then spin out, someone spins you out, and then you go from first to last, and that happened to quite a lot of us. But he's having different winners. I think most of us won at least one race at some point during the night. And it changes it up from you can just do your standard races, or you can do the last man standing, which you can set to when you're hosting. Because I managed to host it, and it was pretty much our lobby for the whole evening, wasn't it? And I was just in control of what types of games we were playing. But there's some really good tracks on there.
Yeah,
the Death Loop.
Oh, that one is brilliant. I'm surprised just how many tracks are on there as well for the multiplayer. But what's interesting as well, Peebs, is on a private lobby you can only have 8 people, but if you host a public lobby you can have 16. Now for some reason they all seem to be private servers, so there wasn't any private lobbies left, so we had to go public anyway, and I'm glad we did because we managed to fill the lobby with community members. But whoever's hosting the lobby can just kick out the randoms anyway, so when we're in party, so when someone new joined the party chat saying, I can't get in, your lobby's full, we were just like, right, let's kick out a random. Which random won the last race? Let's kick him. That was bloody hilarious. It really was. Yeah. Oh, I don't had that much fun playing anything in a long time. It was so fun. And it was nice to hear voices to talk to people who hadn't spoken to in ages as well. So.
Well, I know. In the old days, on the X360, when we would always have a full party, I think the maximum was 8. Was it 6 or 8 on the 360?
It was 8. It was 8.
Yeah.
I wasn't sure what the maximum amount was on for this one, but we did have 16 people in party chat at one point, didn't we?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Is that the maximum?
I think so. I'm not 100%, but I think it may be.
But that's the most I've ever had in a party at one time.
That was brilliant. Absolutely brilliant. Stunty stories of everyone in stitches.
Yeah.
And it was just good. Like everyone was just getting along, just having a laugh, just ramming into each other, smashing them out. On a couple of races I was getting picked on. Took it all in good fun. It was so good. I just loved it because there's nothing more satisfying, when you're behind someone and you're like, we're gonna take them out, and because that's part of Wreckfest. It's Destruction Derby type races. You're meant to smash into each other. There's no no one's getting angry. Like, say if it was Forza, people would get really annoyed if they were getting spun out on corners, wouldn't they? So
yeah, that was the thing that used to put me off on Forza. You used to get the people who took it far too seriously and would moan if you knocked them.
Yeah.
You're like, well,
yeah,
Tough.
yeah. Whereas on this,
brakes.
you know, on this, you know what you're getting into, and everyone's just
exactly.
You know, everyone just took it in good fun if they got taken out, which was really nice to see. So, yeah, I really liked it. Yeah, best game of night we've had so far. Most people, brilliant fun.
Yeah, yeah. And like I say, hopefully this Friday we'll do it again. Friday seems to be a bit of a game of night going at the minute every week. So
yeah, and I know there's some people that can't do Friday nights, but it's just, I mean, like most of us are free, aren't we? And I think most people are free on a Friday night because most normal people don't work weekends, do they? So that's kind of your first evening where you're free. So, but we'll try and organise stuff on other nights as well if we're available. But I think Friday nights are a good one at the moment.
Yeah.
All good. Anything else you want to say on the community night?
No, man.
Cool. Well, make sure you all turn up to the community night on Friday. I've made a little advert. You can see it on the screen now. It took me ages to make that. It really did. I'm really proud of my art there. So, 360G Gamer Night, Friday, 8 PM. Be there or be square. Awesome. Cool. Okay, so let's get into the news. This is the news. Oh, did any of you listen back to the podcast last week?
No.
Oh, I put a little news jingle in it.
Did you?
Oh, yeah, I did notice the news jingle, yes.
There you go. I'm trying to sound a bit more professional. I know that's quite difficult for us, but yeah, I thought it was quite cool. I just need, if anyone listening, I'll put it out next week, I need a jingle for what you've been playing. Just something cool, you know, but I don't know how to do it myself.
Yeah, don't do it like that because that's not cool.
Well, okay, yeah, but it's just something cool that says, what you've been playing, with some cool music in the background. Yeah.
Right, okay.
Yeah. Or it's just like, okay, or doing like a gangster rap style, like what you been playing, yo motherfuckers, you know, like that. I'll say. No, okay. Oh, Byron said he can do one. Okay. I'd like to hear what you can do.
Remember, this is family friendly-ish.
Yeah, ish.
Yeah.
Okay.
You know, one motherfucker and two bastards.
Yep. Right. Okay. There's been news. So I'm a little. It's a little bit annoying that Stunty's not on because we watched the State of Play. PlayStation State of Play. Did anyone else watch it?
No.
Oh, just me then.
Right. I saw it was on, but I was in bed, so I fell asleep.
Oh, right. Okay. That's fair enough. Okay. So I'm just gonna steal an article from the Metro that had them all listed.
Nice.
So this is what they all talked about. So I'm just gonna gloss over some of these because I looked a bit meh. So Crash Bandicoot 4, meh. Returnal, I think this looks really good. Because I was a bit like when I first saw it a little while ago, I thought, oh, this game looks. I wasn't really sure, but because it's about this woman who like crash lands on this planet, and I think time kind of repeats itself, like if she dies. But it looks very spooky in places. So it's like some of the gameplay's like third person, very actiony. But then there was some spooky parts, a bit like that PT demo that was out like in a spooky haunted house. I'm like, what's a spooky haunted house doing on an alien planet after all this action and stuff? So I think it's got quite a lot of different. Well, from what it looks like, it's got a lot of different gameplay mechanics. It just looks quite interesting. I'm quite intrigued as to what's going to happen with this game story wise.
Is it Housemarque that's doing it?
I'm not sure on the developer, to be honest. But all I can say is that I just think it looks quite it just looks quite interesting. So just check out the trailer on YouTube. Yeah, and that's a PlayStation exclusive. So
Or is it?
wow,
Mm.
it's coming out the 30th of April as well. So it's not even that far out. So cool. Okay, shall we move on?
Yeah, man.
Okay, so some really shit game called Knockout City that looks super shit. It's set in a city, cartoony like Fortnite's kind of graphics, yeah. And you're throwing balls at people in the streets, and it just looks a bit shitty.
Oh, is this the EA one?
Yeah, I think this is
That
EA.
was sort of
Yeah,
announced on something else. I mean,
yeah.
it looks all right, but it's not for us, obviously.
Mm.
That's all it is, really.
Yeah. Okay, so there's that. I think overall, I think the gist of like what a lot of people have said is that state of play was a little bit disappointing. A martial arts game called Sifu, which martial arts people are interested in. I'm going to skip that one. The one game that I did think that looked quite interesting is Five Nights at Freddy's Security Breach. I've not played any of the Five Nights at Freddy's game, but they're proving quite popular at the moment. But this one's
They're on
different to
Game Pass,
the.
Webby.
Yeah, I know they are. Yeah, I just can't be asked because I watched a trailer of one and you just sit in a security room and.
Yeah, they're not for everyone, but
But this one is a first person walking around, first person kind of. It's not a shooter, but you're actually walking around this kind of play area place, and you've got to escape. Yeah, so the gameplay looks quite interesting actually. So it's all dark, and you've got a little torch in some of it. It's also in this big play area kind of mall place, and you just got to try and escape basically. But you got all those freaky doll things chasing you around.
The animatronic.
Yeah, yeah. So it looks kind of freaky, but the graphics look absolutely stunning. So that's what really caught my attention. And it's like that. It's not like meant to be real, like super realistic. It's quite cartoony style, but quite freaky at the same time. So yeah, I think that one looks quite cool. That's one to watch really, and I'm not sure if that's gonna be an exclusive to the Sony platform, because those games are normally out
It'll
on
probably be
everything,
on,
aren't they?
like, they're mainly on PC, aren't they? So
Yeah,
they've probably
Yeah.
just got like a right to that one for
yeah, yeah.
console distribution.
Oddworld Soulstorm. I mean, I'm not really into the Oddworld games.
I used to love them back in the day.
Isn't
Yeah,
that aren't they giving that away on PS5 next month?
that's my next thing I was going to say. It's coming out
Oh,
on
there you
PS
go.
Plus. I mean, graphically it looks good. I mean, I used to love the Abe's Odyssey on the PS1 because back then, like graphically, it was, you hadn't really
Yeah.
seen anything like that. And being a kid, I really appreciated the fart jokes. The fact that you could make him fart without the press of a button. But obviously, I'm a little bit older now, and that kind of sense of humour's waned a little bit. Yeah, and it just feels a bit more busy than it. I feel like when I was watching the trailer, it's lost a lot of its simplicity. There's a lot more things that you can do with Abe, and I know a lot of people would like that, but sometimes I like to keep things simple. It just
You
looks
just want fart gags. That's all you want, yeah.
pretty much. Well, no, but I don't know. I fell out after Abe's Odyssey. I just fell out of it really. But yeah, I mean, it looked. I mean, I know a lot of people like it, but it's not a Webby game. This Kena Bridge of Spirits looks actually quite good.
I'm kind of interested in that. It looks
Yeah, and it's only going to be 30 quid.
Ooh.
Is it? Oh, that's
Yeah.
worrisome.
Well, yeah. Well, it can be, but
Well,
I think it looks
worrisome
quite.
along the lines of, could
Is it
not
short?
have
Is
a
it?
physical version?
Mm,
Might have a physical version, like, for that price.
because initially when they announced this, I was thinking, oh, this looks a bit kiddie, but I quite liked what I saw. It reminded me of Fabled a little bit, just with that art style, exploring the really nice areas, etc. I didn't really see much gameplay, but from what we saw in the trailer there, it looks very magical. Like, you know, like really beautiful areas and stuff. So, yeah, I'm looking forward to seeing what that holds. It's coming out on PS4 as well, so that's good. So I could actually play it. They did show
Well,
off.
it's out on PC as well.
Okay, that's even better. Get it for super duper cheap. Deathloop. I didn't. I'm not even going to talk about that.
Hasn't that come out yet? They keep advertising it, and it feels like it's already been out and in a bargain bin somewhere.
No. So the other piece of news, I'm going to get into a little bit of a Sensei Switch rant now.
Yeah, I've been looking forward to this since you blew up on Facebook earlier in the week.
Yeah. So, Final Fantasy VII Remake is coming to the PS5. It's called Final Fantasy VII Remake Integrade. I fucking can't talk right now. Anyway, because the piss is just boiling in my blood already.
Boiling.
So I don't mind them doing so what they're doing actually is just to get into some good news first. It's coming to PS Plus next month.
Yay!
Which is awesome. But the PS Plus version will not work on the PS5. So if you want the PS5 version, you need to buy that. So if you already own the PS4 version, you can upgrade that to PS5, or you need to buy it for the PS5. Okay. They showed off a trailer showing the differences between the PS4 and 5 version. I don't think it looks that different. That's my personal opinion. Right. This is where I'm going to get pissed off.
Here we go. The piss is getting tepid.
They announced some DLC for Final Fantasy VII Remake. Yuffie DLC. Now, with Yuffie DLC, they're introducing a brand new character again. One, it doesn't make sense with the original story because Yuffie doesn't appear till much later in the game and she's an optional character. This is a whole separate story with her in Midgar and doing loads of stuff for the Wutai government, because in the original story, Wutai Midgar used to be at war, and they're kind of
mentioned as well in the remake. They talked about it a fair bit.
Yeah,
at the beginning.
Yeah, it's a bit of a Cold War, I think, when we get to that part. But what's really fucking pissed me off? Yuffie DLC is exclusive only to the fucking PS5, you cunts! I can't believe they've done that.
Has that been confirmed?
They just showed it, said PS5 only. Fucking wankers. I'm so pissed off at that. I'm not going to be able to ever play it unless they bring it out on another system. So not only that, right? So it was a whole PS5 event, but then afterwards, Square Enix were like, but we've got more stuff to show you. So on their Twitter and their YouTube channel, right, they were like, right, so first of all, there's no news of Final Fantasy VII Remake coming to any other system. I'm really fucking pissed off straight away.
Still. Well, I think that might have been, again, they didn't want to sort of like knock off the luster of them announcing the PS5 upgrade. So it will come eventually, because it's business.
Yeah. Okay.
Would you not buy a PS5 just for that then?
No.
If you can find one.
Well, yeah, there is that.
No. So, next piece of news that pissed me off. I think Square Enix are just... They're losing the fucking plot. They really are losing the plot.
Go on. This is the best bit.
So, they're now fucking announced a game, mobile phone only, of Final Fantasy Battle Royale game. Like, haven't we already not got enough fucking Battle Royale games as it is? I was just watching this trailer thinking, what the absolute fuck are these guys thinking? It's just
you've
baffles
got to
the
suckle
mind.
The teats to the cash cow, mate.
Oh,
yeah,
that's what they're thinking. They're thinking money.
Yeah, but it's mobile phone only as well. And I'm like thinking, what the fuck
odd.
are they? It's just so odd.
Well, this is the thing. Like, as much as we rag and hate mobile gaming, and I think it's generally a bag of shit, personally, it still makes more money than all the other systems that games are released on. That's where a majority of their companies, like these companies, make money off of microtransactions and other nonsense.
Well, yeah, because everyone's got a phone, haven't they?
Yeah,
Everyone's got a phone. Not everyone likes gaming on a phone. All right.
Well,
Look
no,
at these
I
graphics.
don't really
Now
game.
smear your thumbs all over the screen.
Yeah,
Oh,
yeah,
see
and
half of it.
so they were like, oh yeah, buy a. Well, if you
Precision
don't like
control.
it, you should just buy a Razer Kishi for £100 to plug into your phone to make it like a Switch. No, a phone's a phone. I don't want to play a game on a fucking phone. I want to play on my Switch, my PlayStation, my Xbox, and my PC. A phone is for ringing people. I know I'm sounding really old right now, but I don't want a game on a fucking phone.
is for rigging people.
Oh, for fuck's
It
sake.
might eventually come as like some free download on consoles just to get them even more
Yeah.
money. They can just do a cheap, lazy port, can't they?
Yeah,
Free to play.
yeah. So yeah, so there was that piece of news. Right, next piece of news.
You calm down now.
No, I'm gonna be even fucking
He's
more
got
pissed.
more.
I've got more.
You got
Right.
more.
So
Here we
I was
go.
really excited, right? Because they were like, "We're bringing out Final Fantasy VII Ever Crisis." And I was like, "What the fuck is this?" So it's Final Fantasy VII, another remake, a remaster with really cool graphics. Crisis Core, which is the prequel to Final Fantasy VII, and there was another Final Fantasy which has only been on mobile in Japan that's coming out everywhere else, and there's another
There's a
game.
tie-in with Advent Children, wasn't it?
Yeah.
I believe.
Yeah, so I was watching this trailer thinking, oh, I've completed Final Fantasy VII probably about 20 times, but I'm really liking this art style. Like when they're talking, it's like a manga character comes up on the side of the screen, and and I'm thinking, oh, I could play this.
No,
It looks
you
like
can't.
I was thinking to myself, oh, this looks like a Switch game. This would really be cool on a Switch or
And
something.
it looks like it's turn-based as well, doesn't it?
Yeah,
It's like when it cuts to the combat.
yeah, and I was just thinking, yeah, I think they've done a really nice job with this. It looks nice, and then it comes up on the screen, coming to Android and iOS in 2022. I was like, you. Oh my god!
Self-censorship.
Oh, I can't believe it! Mobile phone again! What the fuck is going on? I mean, and it looks so good as well, and I'm like, oh, why just mobile phone? Why are you doing this to me? Are you just wanting to give me a heart attack? Oh, I mean, it looks so good. Oh, Dirge of the Cerberus as well. Oh, man, it just fucking pissed me off. I'm going to have to buy a Razer Kishi just for this, aren't I? Oh, you bastards. I hate my life. So that's my Sensei Switch moan out the way, guys. I'm not happy. Not happy with Square Enix at all. And it's just how this company, because I've got another. Well, I think we're going to moan about another game that's been published by Square Enix later, but I'm not going to mention it now because that's not news. But back in the day, right, Squaresoft, when they were Squaresoft, the games trickling out of that company were divine. They were magical, mystical, amazing, greatest games of all time. As soon as they merged with Enix to become Square Enix, most of their games, Final Fantasy game, or most of their games have been dog shit. Absolute dog shit, apart from a few. And it just upsets me as a mega fan. One, the PS exclusivity, when you're a multi-platform company, you can fucking shove it, you cunts. And then making all these mobile phone games, you can fucking have it, you pricks. Oh, so annoying. So annoying.
Looks quite good, that Final Fantasy game. I'll probably get it. I can play it on the train.
Good for you.
You can play it while having a shit.
Exactly.
Oh, God.
Yeah, they're going to make Final Fantasy 7 plop soon, aren't they?
Yeah. Okay, that's my rant over. Anything else you guys want to say on that sort of news before I move on?
I look forward to the follow-up news piece you do on it.
Okay, so I do actually. This has been quite a lot of news this week. So just sticking with Sony, they are getting rid of one of their studios, Japan Studio. Now, if you don't know, Well, they're winding them.
Downsizing it.
Yeah,
Did you hear why they're downsizing it?
I didn't see the reason why. Go on.
This is the company that apparently still cares about the Japanese market.
Yeah. So if you want to know
So-
what games that they've published and made and helped publish, I've got a few examples: Demon Souls, Parappa the Rapper, Everybody's Golf, Knack, Bloodborne, and The Last Guardian are just a few of the. I mean, on their wiki page there's over
Gravity
50
Rush
games.
as well, and that.
Yeah,
and
there's
stuff.
loads of games on there, so I wanted to give a few examples, but I didn't see the reason why, Darren. No, sorry.
Basically, they wanted to focus on making games more tailored to the Japanese market, and Sony didn't want that.
Well, they are in Cali now, aren't they? The land of the lefty crazy.
They are being badly mismanaged, by my fucking opinion.
Well,
right
it
at the
reminds
moment,
me.
like, really badly mismanaged.
Well, it reminds me. It reminds me of the. I don't know if you guys have watched the documentary on the downfall of Sega. Sega Japan and Sega America were two separate entities, and one of the downfalls of Sega was actually they stopped listening to what the Americans wanted, and then they all got fucked up. But it seems like it's gone opposite now, where they've left Japan, because I think the main company of Sony's in Japan, it's just the PlayStation
It's just
part
the
of
PlayStation
Sony,
division, yeah.
which
Is their highest, which is I think is their biggest money maker out of the whole Sony division.
yeah, it is, yeah. Oh, it's crazy. So anyway, is that all you want to say on that news, Darren? Is that what it was?
Well, yeah,
Yeah.
just another typical shame, and yeah, they basically told them that they wanted to make games that more suit the Western market,
Yeah, it's
which
fucking
again
bizarre.
gets rid of like a lot of the unique identity that platform once had.
Yeah. Cool. Right, next piece of news. I'm going to quite enjoy just saying this news very, very quickly. I'm just going to say to everyone listening, I told you so.
Don't say that. It's fucking creepy when you go up to your mic like that.
I
Jesus Christ.
I
This is
told
ASMR.
told you all that this would
Jesus
happen.
Christ. Stop
Yeah.
it, please.
Yeah, so I just want to say, I told you so. So this is about Anthem. I don't know if you haven't heard the news. Anthem, EA are not working on Anthem anymore. All work on Anthem has completely stopped. The game is dead,
You can still play it.
and the game is shit. So before
I've
it even
played
come out, I
Yeah.
said to everyone, "Don't buy this game. It's gonna go the way of the dodo." Oh no, Webby, it's gonna be awesome. It's gonna be the best game ever. Come out, dog shit. And EA have been promising, oh yeah, we'll fix it, we'll sort it out, and we're gonna make an Anthem 2.0. They've come out and said sorry, but the game's dead. So fuck all you guys. You spent 50 quid on this piece of shit product. It's dead. Haha. Listen to me.
It wasn't financially viable for them to do an Anthem
No.
Exactly.
redo. Because like I said before, the people that obviously owned the original, they're going to come back briefly, but then that's going to kind of taper off.
Yeah.
And the people that didn't bother with it the first time probably aren't going to bother with it either the second time round. So it just seemed like a big waste of development and money to actually even do it.
Exactly. Unless you have the big launch and then install player base, you're fucked. It's a bit like what's happened to the Avengers now. That's fucked.
Oh, that's dead.
That's
Who published
Squeenix
that?
as well, by
Oh,
the
yeah, I
way.
was going to say, who published that? Oh, yeah, Squeenix. Oh, funny that. Yeah, they seem to be pushing out a lot of not great games. And we're going to talk about another demo that they've pushed out as well in a bit.
Oh, dear.
Okay. Other piece of news for PC fans, Days Gone is coming to the PC in springtime. So it's no longer a PlayStation exclusive. So that's a nice piece of news for PC gamers who don't own a PlayStation.
On boxes from Sony.
Lols. Well, and there's been news that there was an interview. Oh, I don't have it on. It was in GQ magazine, I believe. The guy who runs
It was a
PlayStation.
superbly timed.
Yes. Oh yeah,
Not
because
in
you
any
linked
way
it to me, didn't you?
coincidental interview that leaked on the very day that Sony were getting dragged over the coals for censorship on Twitter.
I know.
And then all of a sudden, a load of news comes out from the dodgy company that covered it all up.
Yeah. So I've lost my train of thought now. What was it? Yes.
GQ article.
Yeah. So there's going to be.
GQ?
Yeah. So I think it was GQ. So one of the big magazines, they've come out and said that more many PlayStation 5 Sony studio games are going to come to PC in the next few years. So that'll be interesting to see. And also another piece of news from Sony, they are going to be bringing out a PlayStation 5 VR headset.
Ooh.
It's not coming out this year, but it could come out next year. They haven't given a date on it, but they said it definitely is not coming this year. So that's because a lot of people were thinking
I'm interested.
that. Yeah.
I did love the original PSVR, and the fact that they've said it's going to be single wire, because the wire and the setup for the original was a bit of a pain in the arse.
Yeah.
And obviously they said it's going to have much better tracking functionality and better resolution on the screen and everything like that. So hopefully you can get rid of the wire mesh effect.
Yeah. So
the thing that plagues quite a few units.
So I'm actually quite pleased at that news, just from a perspective that a lot of people thought that Sony had given up on the VR, and it's nice to see them carrying on with that, because they could have easily have said, "Oh, it's not working for us, we'll just bin it." But it's nice to see them actually persevering with something. So that's pretty cool. One last piece of news is Halo Infinite. There's been some new screenshots come out, and because we all know about the debacle with the Microsoft event, or was it E3? Was it E3?
Yeah, it was.
No, yeah,
it was just after it.
Was it just before or just after?
It was after, I think. Yeah.
Yeah. So they've put out some screenshots, and they're looking pretty nice. So I know it's not gameplay or anything, but I just wanted to mention that it's looking quite decent. So pretty excited, man. Pretty excited to finally see some stuff. So that's all my news. There's been quite a bit of news, but yeah. Awesome.
It was a roller coaster of news.
Yeah, it's a roller coaster
Wasn't there a
of
Nintendo
emotions.
Direct, or was that last week? The Nintendo
That was last
Direct?
week. We talked about that.
What was it this week? Was it a Pokemon thing, wasn't it?
Yeah, that was it. They had
you run with that, Dan, because I didn't pay too much attention.
I did I really. But they did a concert, and their Post Malone do a 10-minute segment. Everyone's fucking, and it was a digital version of him. I saw bits of it rapping about sex and all that to a load of Pokemon in the audience.
Sex.
Really, yeah. It's all over Twitter. You know, if you listen to a Post Malone records, which I don't recommend you do, it's not right really. Now. Yeah, don't worry about it. There's people in the chat know what I'm talking about. He's a hairy kind of R&B horrible rapper that all the kids love. You know, he's one for the Gen Zers.
Right. Okay.
And he's basically got tattoos, and anyway, he was rapping in front of a load of digital Pokemon about sex and shit, which was quite entertaining. And then Katy Perry was doing something as well, but she just turns up for everything now. Just give us some money, and she'll sing to whatever you want. So it was really, really odd. So 25 years of Pokemon. I never got into Pokemon. I was an adult when it first came out. I know adults. I know adults like Nathan who are into Pokemon. I've been out drinking in a park with Nathan, and he's been having Pokemon battles with the kids in the playground just across. Sorry, Nathan, if you're listening. I'll get a text about this. I guarantee it. But yeah, I don't get it, but that's what happened in Pokemon this week.
You want to trade me an Akins, boy? Sorry.
It was Pokemon Go. You remember?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, it's all a bit odd. I mean, I have actually seen people play that in real life, wandering the streets and going up to various public landmarks and standing there randomly tapping their phones. So yeah.
I did briefly see some news that there's a new Pokemon open world game coming to the Switch. But I didn't
Yeah.
really pay much attention to that because
Never did I
don't
really.
play Pokemon because I'm not a 5-year-old.
I think it begins with the letter A. That's what I think. I believe. But
Yeah,
it looks decent enough.
People are raving about it. They say they're getting quite excited, which is good news, I suppose. If you're playing something open world Pokemon like, it might be exciting.
Yeah.
I mean, the Pokemon fan base is massive. Like,
cool.
It's huge.
Oh,
and
then
they had that. I'm not sure if you read it. That story in the States. I'm not sure. I think was it McDonald's. Yeah, McDonald's Happy Meals. They're giving away packs of Pokemon cards, like limited edition ones.
Okay.
And
That's cool.
there's been a mad rush for well, that's the thing. There's been a mad rush on Pokemons and cards and Happy Meals, and they're all pretty much sold out. And there's stuff all over eBay, like there's members of restaurant staff nicking whole boxes of them, putting them up on eBay about $1,500.
That's a good idea, actually. I mean, they don't get paid very much, these fast food workers. I don't blame them for that.
That's if someone pays $1,500 for it. I don't know. But yeah, it's all a bit mad, really. So, but people going crazy for it again. If it's not PS5s, it's bloody Pokemon cards.
Yeah,
that seems to be the black market now in the pandemic economy.
Yeah.
So first it was Amiibos, and then all sorts. So if I were you, if you think of the money, keep your eye out for the next thing that's going to get shafted in terms of scalping.
Yeah.
I'll keep an eye out.
Or just buy some Bitcoin, mate. That seems to be a solid investment right now.
Isn't that just a pyramid scheme?
No, mate. I mean, I've doubled my money on Bitcoin. It's great.
How much money you got? You got tenner now?
A little bit more than that. But yeah.
So I take it you own a fraction of a Bitcoin.
Yeah, I don't own a whole one. Otherwise, I would have fucking cashed that in. I tell you.
It's tens of thousands of dollars, though, isn't it? One Bitcoin now.
It's like 35 grand.
It went up to it did go up to 40 grand the other day, but it's down to like 36
a pyramid
now.
scheme. It's a pyramid scheme, for fuck's sake. Am I the only sane person?
The whole share market and shares thing is a pyramid scheme.
Yeah.
Really.
But what's the end of this Bitcoin? How do you people? What you spend them? As far as I know, you buy drugs on them on the fucking dark web.
No, you can even buy. Right, you can now buy a Tesla with Bitcoin.
How many Bitcoin for a Tesla?
Well, how much is a fucking Tesla? I don't know. I've never even looked.
70 grand.
Yeah. But got like two Bitcoin. There we go. I mean, people saying it's the economy of the future, but I still get my head. I'm trying to get my head around how they mine it, blockchains and all that, and the security behind it. And every single time I look at it, there's people at the top getting richer, and everyone jumping on at the bottom, trying to get a little bit of it as well. And to me, that is that is like a timeshare, like a bloody pyramid scheme, and something's going to fucking go wrong. Someone's going to pull the plug, and Bitcoin's going to collapse. Excuse my ignorance. I'm going to get loads of abuse now because I don't know what I'm talking about. But I don't care. I'm quite happy to sit in my blissful ignorance.
Well, there you go.
But I will take.
Well, when all those people that own
Bitcoin
parts of Bitcoin are multi-millionaires, Dan, will be like,
but
I told
not
you
everyone
so.
Not everyone could be a multi-millionaire, though, can they?
I know. I'm messing.
But yeah, I mean, your £10 in Bitcoin might get to 20 quid in a year's time. Yeah.
Well, I put a little bit more than that into Bitcoin.
You see my point, though.
Yeah, I know.
You see my point. You're not going to be able to buy a house with it, for fuck's sake.
Well, if I put enough in, I could have done, but there we go.
Well, that's the thing. It's every single thing is a gamble. It's nonsense.
And sometimes those risks pay off.
Yeah, if at the right time, at the right place. That's the thing.
Go for Doge instead. Dogecoin.
Oh yeah, no, I own some Dogecoin as well and some Ethereum, so I'm in there, mate.
Dogecoin's like a bloody spring, and it's up and down every other day.
Well, that was actually created from a Reddit meme, and because Elon Musk has been talking about it on Twitter, it's skyrocketed. So
this is why it's bullshit.
Anyway, we're going to be talking about games here. So anyway, take my advice, buy some Bitcoin. Right, we're going to talk about what we've been playing.
Well, I've got
Yeah.
a little bit of news.
Ooh, Peeps, there's
You got
news. Go for it, mate.
You got
Well,
some Bitcoin.
Clarky put in the Facebook group chat about the R-Type game that's coming out.
Yes.
Yeah.
I think that's 30th of April.
Yep.
So yeah, R-Type
Final
is a
2.
classic from
This
back
one's
in the
cool.
day.
Yeah.
Super hard, if I remember.
That's what she said.
Woo! So yeah, looking forward to that. So
there is a
Is this actually a remake of the original, or is it an actual sequel, or what?
It looks like a semi-sequel with the core mechanics. Because there is a high res version on some consoles. I think it's definitely on the Switch because I own it. Where you have R-Type 1 and R-Type 2 with jazzed up in graphics.
It's also on the Xbox 360 because I own it
Is
on the
it?
arcade on that. Yeah.
R-Type Dimensions, I think it's called.
Mm-hmm.
So I mean, this to me looks like a brand new R-Type. Would you say that, Peeps?
Yeah, I would. Yeah.
Yeah. So old school classic, and yeah, a lot of these games are coming back like this. Like I mean, the Ghouls and Ghosts or Ghosts and Goblins on the Switch.
That's out now.
It.
That's 30 quid.
Well, 25.
20. Yeah, it's a lot of money. I
Is it out now?
Yes.
It is out. It came out Friday. I've got it. I haven't bought it yet because
is it Nintendo only?
Yes, at the moment. I've got too much to. Yeah, I've got too much to play at the moment.
Tax.
Yeah, but we'll see. I'll get it eventually. It might be on sale in a couple of months, so I might get it then. But I've got too much to play at the moment.
Yeah.
And the other big news is I managed to source an Xbox Series X this week.
Yes, you did, didn't you? And so did Rooski Doo, one of our favourite community members.
Yeah, so as you know, we've been hunting high and low since release. We downloaded the Hot Stock app, which is hit and miss. Sometimes it'll ping to tell you there's some in stock, and you go and there's nothing left. But I had to be up at work for 4 o'clock in the morning, and when I got up, I checked my phone, and the Hot Stock thing had pinged. Xbox Series X is in stock at Argos. I was like, all right, and I just thought, I'll click the link as normal, and there'll be nothing left as normal. Clicked it, and there they were.
Gold.
So ordered one. The only thing is, I did have to. Well, with Argos, it'll when you put in your postcode, it'll tell you where the nearest one. Well, there was one in Bourne where I live, but by the time I'd faffed around putting my card details and stuff in, it'd gone. But luckily, there was still one left, but it was in Grantham, which is only about it's only about a 20-minute drive for me. So, I thought, well, yeah, I'll do that, no problem. So, yeah, put it in, took the money, and went and collected it after work.
Nice.
Ding dong.
I kept saying to the missus, I'm not going to believe that it's going to happen until it's actually in my hands. Because I had visions of during the day getting an email from Argos saying, sorry, but we're not being able to fulfill your order. But no, I came up and I collected it, got it home. First impressions, I got it out of the box, and first impressions was it's not as big as I thought it was going to be. It's still big-ish, but not.
That's what she said.
It's not the most attractive looking thing. It's just a square rectangular type box, but it still won't fit under my TV in the unit. So I've had to put it sort of behind. It's hidden behind the TV.
Oh, you've moved it from the carpet now after my disgust.
Yeah, well, I showed a picture of the guys in our chat, a picture of the Xbox, and they noticed it was on the floor. It was on the carpet next to my TV, but that was sort of only temporary until I'd sorted out all my bits underneath the TV. Because under the TV at the time, I had the PlayStation 4, Xbox, and my Skybox. And there's not really enough room for them three. I had to put the Skybox on top of my PlayStation, which I didn't really want to do because obviously the heats and that they give out. So in a way, it does look a bit neater under my TV now because I've only got the PlayStation and the Skybox, and then the Xbox is hidden away behind the television. But yeah, I was just saying to the guys in the chat. I mean, it doesn't feel like a new Xbox really, because obviously we've said it before, but the dash and everything is the same, so they don't feel like it's new.
They didn't even 4K the dashboard either, did they?
No,
It's a bit weird, isn't it?
yeah. So I set it all up and I thought, well, it just feels like I'm just on my other Xbox, really. But until you put in a Series X game, FIFA, I put in was the first one, which is when I purchased it last year when it came out. I did purchase the optimized version so that because I knew I was going to get an Xbox X at some point. So I played that and you could tell straight away the difference. It just looked so much more crisper, 4K. Because bearing in mind, I had the white S, which is not the. That is the 4. Is that the 4K one?
I think it played 4K Blu-rays, but it didn't actually
Yeah.
play 4K
Ah.
games.
No, right, yeah. So that's probably why I could notice a difference, because I'd gone from that to the 4K. So yeah, you can definitely tell in FIFA and in Warzone. To be fair,
Yeah. That's good.
but yeah, I've got one.
Is
But yeah,
are you
go
going
on.
to get Watch Dogs Legions again?
I'll wait for that to come out on Game Pass or until it's like £5 in the bargain bucket.
Fair play. Because the multiplayer for that's coming next month allegedly that everyone gives a shit about.
That's
Does
gonna be
anyone-
so
Does anyone
bad.
gives a shit?
Yeah, so I mean, that's weird. That is because obviously the game did come out with quite a bit of hype.
It's
and if I hadn't
typical
had such a
Ubi
bad
though, isn't it?
experience- But yeah, why bring a multiplayer when the game's pretty much dead now? Why bring a multiplayer out? How many months now? 2-3 months later?
Because they
Seems a bit of odd.
rushed released it for the Christmas market. That's what
I
they
saw
did.
an article saying that they're hoping it can compete with GTA Online, and I just laughed.
That's the
I
biggest
think
joke
they're a
I've
little
ever
bit deluded, aren't they?
heard. Just a bit.
Yeah. Typical Ubi. There we go.
Yeah.
Cool. And I'm glad you got your Series X, Peebs.
Yeah,
I'm
well,
glad you like it.
I just wanted to tell that little story before we got into, because I know you're going to put it behind a paywall, and I just wanted people to hear that bit.
Yeah.
So just keep trying. Like I say, Risky got one. I think a few other people are getting them. They are releasing them slowly but surely. I think people just keep trying.
Yeah.
They will become more and more available. I think, like Risky was saying, I don't know if he had the day off work or something, and he had like about 10 tabs open with all the Argos Smiths game, and just kept refreshing and waiting to see if they got some in stock, and he just got lucky. So
yeah. So yeah, I mean, I've still got mine on back order with shop2.net. Fuck knows when that's going to turn up. I paid for that on the 5th of February. So it's going to be coming up to a month soon.
Might as well invest it in Bitcoin, mate.
Oh, I might as well, mate. So
are
yeah,
you,
we'll
are
see.
you able? That's quite risky, because obviously you've paid for it already.
Yeah.
Is there any way of cancelling that so you get your money back and then just try and
Yeah.
do what we've
Yeah,
done
I
and
can
just try
do.
and
I can
source
do,
it?
but I'm now at that point where I'm like, well, I don't
Yeah,
have to faff around trying looking at all these fucking apps and bollocks. I can just sit
yeah.
here and just play the waiting game, you know?
Yeah, cross your fingers and hope it comes.
Yeah. Just hope they don't go bust and take my money with them.
I think it'll be okay, mate.
Yeah, I know. I've got
Shop 2 will be
PayPal
fine.
protection, mate. I'm okay.
Good.
Cool. All right, shall we get into what we've been playing then?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mr. Peebs, what have you been playing? What you been playing?
Right. A little bit this week. A couple of Chivo whoring games.
Oh, I'm not. How am I not surprised?
Right, let's open up dashboards.
Webby's got a pen and paper down.
Yeah.
Oh,
well,
all you
I
got to do. Well, I did say last week, if you want tips on what Chivo games to play, just look at Peebs' profile.
Yeah. So River City Girl, still playing that.
Cool.
Yeah, I'm on I think it's the third or fourth boss now. I can't beat him, so it is quite annoying. I've even watched a YouTube video trying to how to beat him, and even in the comments in there, a lot of people have said they've put the game down and finished and stopped playing it at this boss because they just can't beat this
Wow.
boss,
Wow.
which is quite annoying, really.
That's
Because
some
I do
poor
like the
game
game,
design, isn't it?
and I want to play it, keep playing it, and I want to beat it. So I'm going to sort of try and persevere with it. But yeah, it's annoying because it's only got a normal mode and a hard mode. You can't nub it down to even easy just so that you can, finish the game.
Yeah.
Which I
that's a
think
bit
these
annoying.
games should always have that option.
Yeah. Yeah. For us Nubbinsteins
Just
out there.
yeah, just so you can actually experience the full game and see the ending and stuff. If you are more hardcore, then yeah, put it on the harder settings. But I think you should be able to finish it.
Yeah.
Yeah, so we'll go with these couple of Chivo whoring games. You'll love this. You'll love this one. No one will ever have heard of it. It's called She Sees Red. Interactive movie.
Oh my god!
Have you really given up on gaming altogether?
Did you pay for this game as well?
I think I did. I think it was about £2.
Oh my
I
god!
always look in the store.
You bought £2 for a fucking gamer score.
Yeah, and I've only got 560 gamer score at the minute because it's one of them interactive movies where you need to see it's got about 8 different endings, so you have to play through it 8 times to get all the endings to get the full 1,000. And I've played it I think twice. Mind you, the second time I just put it on and let it run right through while I was cooking tea.
That's why she sees red, mate, because no one's paying attention.
Because it's one of them where you get 2 options, but if you don't press anything, it will randomly just pick one for you. So that's what I'm going to do next time. I'm going to play it. I'll just go off and I'll play it I won't play it. I'll put it on while I'm doing something else, just to see if it'll randomly unlock an achievement for me.
Oh god!
But yeah, its basis, it's I think it's Russian. I think it's Russian.
Okay.
It's definitely Eastern European because it's dubbed. That's the thing. I mean, it looks quite nice. I mean, what was the other interactive film game there was? It was
Ruski's mentioned Night Shift.
Yeah,
I think
that was
the
it.
England one, wasn't it?
Yeah, the one set in London. Yeah,
Yeah.
there was that. So it's similar to that, but it's Russian. So it's dubbed in English. But basically, there's a murder in a nightclub, and you've just got to watch the detective as she tries to solve the murder.
This looks like fucking Channel 5, mate.
It's a bit Channel 5.
Or early Channel 5.
But it's done quite well, and it's when you press what you're gonna do, it sort of seamlessly jumps to the next shift. Some games like these old type ones like this, they used to press your option and it used to pause for 5 seconds while it thought about doing it for you. But it's quite seamless. And
That
the
might
lead
be the
actress,
power of the Series X, mate.
she's quite fit, so it's worth it just for that. But yeah, it's not great, but like I say, I think it was about £2 in the sale, so I should just play it again for the Chivos. Next one, which is while I was looking through the store, I came across this, and this is another one I think was about £8, but reduced to £1.70 or something, and it's Road Rage. And when I first saw it, I thought it was Road Rash, which got me slightly excited because I used to love that game back in the day with old Gunther.
Yeah.
But to be fair, it is similar. It's you're going around on a motorbike, hitting people with. You can unlock weapons like clubs and golf clubs and baseball bats, and you go around. And there's it's like an open world map. And you get these little missions to go and do, and they're just like races.
It looks awful.
Yeah, it's like a PlayStation 2 type graphics. But the Chivos are unlocking nice, so I shall keep doing it for that. But yeah, it's clunky. It's like PlayStation 2 era graphics, really clunky. Quite difficult in places as well. but like I say, I'll sort of persevere. But yeah, it's sort of a rip off of Road Rash.
Road Rash looks a lot better than this.
Yeah. But yeah, it does. Someone's put in the chat. It's like GT. The graphics do look a bit like GTA, like the old style GTA. Maybe GTA 3. But yeah, it's quite a big map. It's quite a bit in depth. I mean, you can upgrade your bikes. You can buy new bikes. Unlock loads of weapons. But yeah, it's not great. But for £2, less than the price of a pint.
Oh, I've had the £2, mate.
Yeah, Clarky's just said you spunked 450 quid to play this shite.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, I've got a £500 like Series X, and I'm playing She Sees Red and Road Rage.
Created in Unity.
Plenty of Warzone as normal. I've got a little rant though. My Xbox, as you know, has got the 1 terabyte memory, and I was downloading. Spent a whole
we
day.
forgot about this news as well, didn't we? Carry on. There was some COD news that came out today or this week.
What about the size of the game, size of the update? Yeah, it's ridiculous. Well, my sort of rant links to this because I've got obviously Warzone, which is free to play. I've got Modern Warfare and Black Ops. So they're all supposed to link. You're supposed to be able to play Warzone through either of those games. So I've got all 3 downloaded to my hard drive, which takes up 300. It's taken up over 300 gig. But I'm thinking it's crazy. But I'm thinking, right, well, I don't really play the Modern Warfare multiplayer anymore. I've done the campaign, so I'll delete that off, free up some space. Deleted it, and then when I go to play Warzone, it's saying you haven't got the relevant. I need to install it.
Lols.
So yeah, I've spent ages trying to delete, reinstall, delete stuff. Even when you go through manage, when you can manage add-ons and stuff, it's
modern gaming.
Yeah.
See, if I had a tinfoil hat, I would say Activision do this on purpose to clear out all other games on your hard drive so you play nothing but cards. If I had a tinfoil hat.
The news wasn't there, like the game or the file size for Warzone, obviously, and the other 2 CODs for PS4, currently around about the limit of the 500 thingies hard drive space.
Yeah, so that you can't fit them on.
Be able to update your game. You have like a
lol.
That's ridiculous.
system.
And I mean, I actually see no reason why the file sizes should be as big as they are.
Because they don't know how to compress their games.
Or they don't want to.
Oh, it's just mental.
Yeah.
Either that, or every time they do a new season, they have to keep the data for the previous season there for your unlocks and things like that. Like I say, there must be a reason for it, but it is so cack-handed compared to everyone else.
Yeah.
Yeah, so now I'm going to have to probably at some point source an external hard drive.
I got one for my PlayStation 4 for about £100, 4 terabyte, and it's nice.
Yeah, the thing is, like, if you put an external drive into your Series X, you'll only be able to hold certain games, like play certain games from that.
True.
Oh,
so the actual Series X games are they won't run off a normal hard drive. They have to run off the SSD.
All right.
Because it's super fast.
Yeah.
But you can move games on and off, like swap them between an external drive and the internal drive as well. So that is an option. It depends.
How quick is that doing that then?
I don't know. It depends on the speed of the drive.
Yeah.
But it'll be quicker than downloading it off the internet anyway.
Gotcha.
It's still funny that even though both PS5 and obviously Series X have been touted to have these really fast hard drives and such, they're still slower than old cartridge games.
Oh yeah, of course. Yeah.
Yeah.
What else you play, Peebs?
So, well, just going on about Warzone.
Yeah.
Obviously, season 2 came out this week.
Oh
new
yeah, I
Black
remember
Ops
you and Colin
Season
moaning
2.
about this.
Well, yeah, they've done this. They every time they do a season update, they do sort of mess around with the game modes. And obviously, they got the new map. Well, it's not new now, but the Resurgent map, which was the Rebirths, which was slightly different to the bigger map, where you, as long as one of you stays alive, and if one of you dies, as long as one of you in the team stays alive for so many seconds, it'll rebirth the other guys. So that was quite good fun. I mean, we were playing that most of the time because the Verdansk can get a bit too long. You know, you if you play it methodically like we like to do and get in there, it can take up to 30 minutes for a game. So the Rebirth maps is good in the sense that they're quicker games. Even if you win, it's probably only about maybe 15, 20 minutes. But yeah, they've changed it about where the Rebirth, they've put more people onto the map now. So on that small Rebirth map, there's 100. So it's carnage.
Yeah.
As soon
Wow.
as you drop, you sort of got to scramble around for a gun quick, or you have to use your pistol or punch.
Get your fists out.
Yeah. So, but we did win. We did win one yesterday, which is the only one I've got all weekend on the new map. But yeah, they've got this new event. If anyone remembers, they did the Halloween event, but that was actually in Warzone, where they made it like a night time, and there were zombies and stuff on there, which was pretty cool, with new loot boxes and stuff and new skins to unlock during the event. But they've done another event. It's the Outbreak event, but you can only play it if you have Black Ops. So you can't play it through. Yeah, you can't play it through Warzone, just through Warzone. If you haven't, you have to have Black Ops, which I do, which I haven't really played at all because I've been on Warzone with Collie a lot. So I've not really, and he doesn't have Black Ops, so I'll probably have to play that on my own during the week.
Colin, buy Black Ops.
Oh, Colin won't buy it.
Aye.
And I don't blame him. That seems a bit shitty.
Well, he doesn't. Well, he's not bothered about the campaigns and all the multiplayer. I mean, I do still play the multiplayer on Black Ops a fair bit. I do still quite like it.
All by yourself.
Yeah.
No, you know, I feel like Gears 5 multiplayer, mate.
Yep.
Well, I actually thought about downloading Gears again this week, but obviously I've just got no space at the minute.
It's such a big file size. Like,
yeah. Why is that, I wonder?
I've literally got no space. I'm going to have to move stuff about, because obviously we downloaded Battlefield 5 last week for the Gamer Nights. That's taken up quite a bit.
Yeah.
That's taken up quite a bit of space. I've got GTA, that's 90 gig. I've got Fallout 76 still on here, which is 81 gig.
Oh, delete that. You don't play that shit, are you?
I don't know. I still like the Fallout from time to time, and I just think, there'll be sometimes when I fancy playing it, so I just leave it there. And then obviously Tom Clancy's Division 2 I've still got, which is nearly 70 gig, which I need to finish, and then I can delete that off.
Nice.
Which is mad when you think of like most of the games you just talked about, and like Division's like pretty much a perpetually running massive open world.
Yeah.
For like different bits you can go off to, and they squeeze the file size down to something pretty reasonable.
Yep.
Yeah, and then the last thing I sort of played, if you want to link into this one, because I know you've played a lot of it, was the Outriders demo.
Oh, Darren's been playing it as well.
Can I quickly just apologise to everyone for hyping this game up? Because I've hyped this up quite a bit on the
I was wondering where it came from.
Last few months.
But in all honesty, mate, it's not just you. Webby decided to really, get the old bum licking hype machine.
Oh, I wanted to, I was really
and off it went,
for
and
it.
I just went, oh, this smells bad, and I played about 10 minutes of it earlier. I'll let you carry on.
Well, I played probably not much more than that myself. It reminded me of Gears quite a lot, and it's got elements of all Division, Gears. It's definitely more like Gears, I'd say, like with the cover and everything. But yeah, I literally just played 10 minutes, and I just thought, well, I might get this, and I just didn't want to carry on playing it, because I thought if I buy it, I'll play it then. Which might be wrong way about getting it.
Well, your progress carries over to the main game, which is why I've rinsed it. But according to Steam, I've played it for 4.5 hours.
Wow.
I've done every main mission and every side mission. I played it in co-op with randoms online as well, which has worked quite well. Now, I would actually compare this more to The Division than Gears of War, to be honest. I mean, both games have got very similar cover mechanics, but the reason I would say I'd compare it more to The Division is because it's pretty much copying The Division. It's like Division in space. It's got world tiers that you can choose. You choose the world tiers in The Division. Those are the difficulty of the world. It's got
But unlike
chests.
the,
Go
I was
on.
going to say you can switch the world tiers up and down at your whenever you want.
Yeah.
Kind of like you could in the original Division, but
Yeah.
they did away with it in the second one because they're dickheads.
Yeah. The thing is, right, I've actually quite enjoyed it, but I still have I don't think I'm going to buy this at launch. Now, I've heard a lot of people who've played it on console say it's really janky with the frame rates all over the place and the graphics aren't that great. Obviously, I've been playing it on PC. It hasn't been. I mean, the frame rate's been great, but it has been janky, and the graphics are. I wouldn't say it's a next gen game in the graphics department.
It's a polished like last gen game.
Yeah, yeah, and the story's a bit it's a bit all over the place, bit generic. But the reason why I was hyped for this is because it's co-op in cross-play across all platforms. But it's only I only found this out when I started playing it. It's only 3-player co-op, which I thought was a bit shit.
Yeah, no,
to be honest.
they always touted that.
Well, I didn't
from
know.
the get-go.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I'm quite liking so. From my experience, I've enjoyed playing it in co-op. I've enjoyed some of the missions. It's got a couple of boss fights in the demo which were very tough, and I died and had to do a couple of times, which I quite liked. A bit of a challenge. Choosing between the classes is quite cool because they all have different powers. So I went for the sniper class. So so you can be like a pyro guy or a sniper or a few different others, and like they're all, for teamwork. The snipers obviously stays behind, and there's other classes that are meant to get in close to the enemies. I quite like that aspect, but something about it just doesn't feel
right.
Yeah, like I don't know. I can't quite put my finger on it because it's not. I don't think they've polished it like. So you press like the A button on a controller, for example, to go behind cover, like in Gears, and like in Gears how smooth that motion happens, right? In this, it just feels a bit clunky, and on some cover, it doesn't even fucking work. And I'm like, well, I should be able to get behind cover here, and it's not. It's just simply not doing it, and I'm getting shot to shit here. And it feels a bit low. There was too many cutscenes, and it just felt very generic. Where I'll go to this area, and then you go to this area, and you walk through a door, and you're like, oh, there's a big open area here with loads of cover. I wonder what's going to happen now, And then all of a sudden, loads of enemies suddenly just appear out of nowhere, and you're shooting them. And I was just thinking, oh man, I just was expecting a little bit more than this, especially because it's developed by People Can Fly, and they've got quite a good track history of their games. But it's published by Square Enix, which are not really on a good roll at the moment. So I'm actually not that surprised with Square Enix as the publisher, to be honest. Yeah. What about you, Darren? I know you've been playing on PS5, right?
No, I played it on the Series X because obviously if I did play it, I'd be playing with my mate Goose and obviously Pudster and a few other sort of people that I know generally like playing those kind of games. So yeah, been looking forward to this for a while. Booted it up. First thing I noticed, the game looks like it needs a constant online connection. Fucking no. This you can't just say, oh, we're not a live service game if you need a fucking internet connection. Constantly play it.
Yeah.
That's a live service game because unless you're online, you can't play it.
Okay.
Well, that's what annoyed me when I first put it on because it wants you to have an account with them.
Oh,
yeah,
Square
I
Enix
must have already had one.
Yeah, so this is what people are saying. Because on
It just booted in.
on PC, on Steam, it didn't ask to log into a Square Enix account. It just went straight into the game. But I think on console you need a Square Enix account, don't you?
Yeah, it wouldn't let me play it until I'd signed up, and I was like, oh, that's another place I've got to give, another company I've got to give my information to.
No,
I mean,
You've
it's
got
just
to
like you
remember your
have to have an
password
account.
for.
Yeah.
and I think that is probably for the crossplay to work. I imagine.
Mm.
I've
No, right,
got
but
no idea,
Yeah.
to be honest.
just find it annoying. You just put a game on, and it's like you have to have an account before you can play it. You can't even
Yeah.
put a game on and play it without someone
Yeah.
fishing for information.
Yeah. Clarkey signed in
Cheers.
through Facebook. Oh my god, it's the worst thing he could have done, mate.
Oh man, you're gonna get all sorts of tailored ads
I
now.
Yeah.
think I might have done.
Oh
But it's just
no.
just sometimes an easy option, isn't it? You just do it because you're lazy.
Oh god.
I think I signed in early. I mean, I've played about 10 minutes. Well, I didn't actually play 10 minutes of it. I got the really convoluted bullshit plot, and then
Yeah.
a really basic character designer, which I really couldn't give two shits about, and then a load of walking, and then the podcast started, so I came off, and I'm not going to go back.
Well, the thing is, like, it just doesn't. I mean, it's one of those games, right? It's 50 quid.
Hmm.
It's not worth 50 quid. It's like a double A game. I mean, I could pick it up on PC for 30. It's not worth that.
I
I'll
think I've
probably.
got a pre-order locked in at the moment for about 37 or
That's
38,
pretty.
but
Are you
I
going to
don't know if
cancel
I'm
it?
going to keep the. I don't know if
Yeah.
I'm keeping the pre-order, to be honest.
No, I mean,
So, yeah.
my main concern is, right. If I bought this, none of my friends will probably pick it up, so I won't have anyone. I'll be Billy no mates, and
Well, it's cross-play, so that's
yeah, the
gives you
crossplay
more
is good,
leeway, I
but
guess.
it's like with the Division and Destiny, you know, those similar games. It's like you get to the end, and then the rest of the game is just boring. Do the same shit over and over again every day. I can't be fucked with that. Really can't. So unless the reviews come out saying, oh, you know, giving it, you know, with something positive, I don't think I'm going to get it.
To be honest, speaking with a couple of people that have played this, I think after this demo, like at the end of this week coming,
Yeah.
they should put out a big questionnaire of what people liked and didn't like about the game, and then delay it and work on it, because it needs work.
Yeah.
It does need work on it. Like, obviously, my first experience was getting stuck in an infinite loading, logging in thing for about 20 minutes when I was sitting there. In the end, I just quit out, went back in. That was fine. Game started. It didn't look as great as I envisioned it to sort of look from some of the videos early on. I mean, it looks competent. The character design, again, you can choose from like 10 different faces. 3 of them are all right. The rest look like you've been tied to the back of a car and driven down the M25. Like, you just wonder who's actually going to choose those.
Yeah.
That's why I had. I had one of those faces. I did.
Yeah. You don't get to choose your character's voice, so you could pick someone who looks a certain way, and then you've got like a generic voice coming out. The voice acting and characters didn't really grab me. The person who was filming the cutscenes was having an epileptic fit non-stop. Like, I don't know what that was all about. Like, the camera's just shaking all the time. All the time. Like, during the cutscenes. Went into the game. It was, first thing I noticed, the controls felt really floaty.
Yeah.
And like you said, just off.
Yeah.
Just weird. Slightly off. It was, and like I said to like my mate, playing this game is almost like baby's first third-person shooter, because it felt like I was playing a third-person shooter for the first time, because it doesn't feel or play like any other third-person shooter I've played, because they all had tight, responsive controls, and I don't think this game has that. The shooting doesn't feel fantastic. The aiming and looking is far too sensitive. I had to crank the sensitivity almost right the way down, because every time I was going for a headshot, I was like shooting the moon, pretty much. It's just like whip, and you're off. And for a game like that that's so fast paced, you need to be precise when you're picking your shots. unless you just have auto aim on, in which case you're just aiming for everyone's chest non-stop.
Yeah.
So yeah, first night I got through to the point where you get to pick your class, came out the game, wasn't impressed, went back in the second day, carried on with it a bit more. There's only really like maybe 2 characters in the story that I think are reasonably okay. And you sort of go to this sort of bog standard sort of hub area as
Yep.
per usual. And then
Yep.
it's like, right, here's your first mission, go off into this bit. Like, this is a game that they touted as being like, yeah, you go off and do quests and it's highly replayable, blah, blah, blah. Went into a box room, like you say,
Yeah.
which was pop-up pirate,
Yeah.
kill all the enemies, get to the end, pull the switch. Oh, now they're coming in from the other end of the
Yeah.
box room.
Yeah.
Defend them all off, open the gate, cutscene. That's it.
There's
Mission.
way too many cutscenes in this
Yeah.
game.
Just took part in one room. And I've
Yeah.
done another mission as well, which took part in 2 box rooms.
Yeah.
I'm out. Fuck this shit.
It is
So, and
disappointing. It's very disappointing. As I say, I was really
Yeah,
looking
and-
forward to this. It was kind of come out of nowhere for me because Darren was talking about this for a while. But I was just kind of like, yeah, all right. And then I watched a video on it before this came out. I thought, oh, this looks quite decent. People
Yeah, the
can fly.
videos made it like look really like it shows off all the classes and that. And don't get me wrong, you don't get to really play around with all of the things the game's got to offer. Like you're probably going to have really good build diversity from the characters, and some of the guns and weapons and stuff you actually pick up have got some pretty unique and interesting traits on them. Where you'll get like guns that like freeze enemies solid when you're like shooting at them and stuff. So it's got a lot of good things going for it, but it just didn't feel fun to play. I found myself cursing at it quite a bit, which is obviously nothing new for me.
No.
Not a good
But
sign.
it was more along the lines of like, why doesn't this play properly? Like in my mind, like you say, you push A, go to cover. And like you're like, just get to cover, and you'll push the A button, and you'll snap to cover to the side of it, out in the open. Still getting shot, and I'm like, get rushed by a load of dudes, sort of a thing. And then every time you go behind cover, grenade.
Yeah. Mind that's like the Call of Duty thing, isn't it?
Grenade. It's like, oh, for fuck's sake! Like.
Oh dear.
But yeah, I mean, obviously the class system is interesting. The build system's interesting. The gear and the loot is good, even though they say when you you can replay missions. I've replayed missions 2 or 3 times. I didn't get any new loot or anything for doing them, just XP. Because the loot boxes you open when you're doing those missions stay permanently open when you go back to do them.
Right.
And even at the end of the mission, when you finish your objective, you don't get any reward for it.
Yeah.
So it's like, what's the point? Like, I don't get it. It's kind of like supposed to be a loot game, and a lot of it is based on the equipment you've got and the stats it gives and the bonuses, but you're not picking up enough of it.
Yeah.
And you're not even picking up shit that you can sell to maybe buy some out of the shop. Obviously, like the tier system's good, the way you can constantly like tweak the difficulty up or down to give yourself like higher drop rates and other bonuses and stuff like that. And I've heard if you do pick up like legendary weapons in this game, when it comes to the full game, you'll be able to dismantle those legendary weapons and take the super unique perks off of those and attach them to other items.
Yeah.
So it makes like hunting for legendaries and things like that even more better because you can use them to tweak other things you've had. It's just a shame for me that I didn't really find the gameplay any fun.
Yeah, well, that's the whole point of playing a video game, isn't it? It's just, if you're not having fun, then there's no fucking point, is there?
Yeah. I mean, it has splashes of it every now and again, but then minutes later you get pissed off or disappointed again.
Or you're in another fucking cutscene for the next 5 minutes. Yeah, we'll see what the full game's like. As I say, this is only a very small snippet.
When's it due out?
In 4 weeks,
early
I think.
April, I think, isn't it?
Yeah, I think it's
Okay.
only about
Yeah.
4 weeks. So.
I think it could be. I think you guys have probably been super harsh. I do think it could be good fun.
I have
If
given it
you're
3
playing with
different
friends.
days of play. Yeah.
Yeah, I think it's got potential.
Well, let's hope so, because it'd be nice to have a co-op game that's cross-play. Cool. Anything else? So what else you played, Peebs? Because we
That's
went
it
on for
then.
ages on
Yeah,
that.
yeah, that's it.
That's all you played?
Yeah.
That's all
Oh,
right. Went on for a while.
no FIFA? Oh, I'm surprised.
Oh yeah, well, there's no point really talking about FIFA.
Oh,
Obviously,
no,
I've
yeah,
a bit
yeah.
do dabble in that, and then some like the Buck game I still play from time to time.
God.
Oh dear.
But yeah, I mean, on this game, I think it's a lot. I think from what I'm hearing, it runs a lot better on PC than the consoles, which is, I think it's a bit weird even when it comes to the next gen version, though. To be honest, but
I think that I heard the PC had issues with the frame rate during cutscenes.
yeah, I mean
Like,
the
seemed to be
cutscenes
one of the
are a
things
little
if you're
bit
using a certain
janky.
driver.
Yeah,
But yeah, on
yeah.
next, I think on a breakdown on, I think it was it's not Digital Foundry that did it, but it holds a solid 60, I think, on the PS5, whereas on the Series X and S, actually Series X, it drops down to, it wobbles between 60 and like 58, 57. So it's not bad. Like
Yeah.
you don't really notice that too much.
No.
But like I said, it wasn't the frame rate or anything. It was just the floaty controls and the
Yeah.
super sensitive
Yeah.
aiming
Yeah.
for me.
I
that
mean,
kind
it's a
of,
little bit different because I'm
bugged me
using
out.
a keyboard and mouse, so the aiming felt a
Point
little
and
bit
click.
different. But I had to change the bloody settings big times. It felt weird, and it felt weird initially.
It's
But
weird considering they're the people who worked on like Gears and like some of the Gears expansions and obviously
yeah.
Bulletstorm to make something that feels sort of like it hasn't got any weight to it.
Mm-hmm.
Like obviously when you're blowing enemies' heads off and popping them and all that kind of stuff, it's nice and meaty. But the actual flow of the game didn't feel like it
Yeah.
had like the weight stuff. Like even Division 2 is like feels way more weighty and precise with the control scheme and aiming and shooting and stuff.
Yeah. Cool. Well, I look forward to. I know we've been a bit down on it, but I'm looking forward to seeing what the full game is actually like. I'm looking forward to seeing some reviews, and who knows, might even just pick it up and play it with some community peoples. Who knows?
I mean, we don't know if this is an early build of the game either,
Yeah,
do they?
true.
They haven't actually said like.
Yeah. Yeah, 100%. Cool. Who was next? Dan.
Yes. I haven't played that much actually, so it shouldn't take too long. Bit more Capcom Arcade Stadium. Since we've been doing the podcast today, I've completed Battle Circuit, which is a side-scroll sci-fi beat 'em up, and it's okay. And I've been putting a bit more time into. I played Strider, if you remember that.
Yep.
And what's the one I played? Pro Gear, which is a really cool kind of steampunk-esque sideways shooter. It's actually pretty good, actually. So I'm dipping into that, finding little gems here and there, or stuff I've played before.
Cool.
And then a bit more Fuser, which I knocked out a banging techno tune with Bananarama in it the other day.
Yeah.
Yeah. So it's okay. I mean,
Can we hear it?
no, well, not really. No, but I could probably recreate it. It's pretty straightforward.
Can
Sort
I
of how
just
it all
say,
works.
right? So
I
after
know
Dan,
I know you played this. I know you're going to slag it off. So I'll let you go. Go on.
all I'm going to say is I downloaded it. I thought it was a bag of shit, and then I deleted it.
How long did you give it?
About 10 minutes.
No, that's the problem.
I was just like, you're dropping
You
like.
You downloaded the demo then?
No, I downloaded the full game and then got a refund of Steam.
Oh right.
Yeah,
okay.
yeah. Okay.
Say no
Yeah,
more.
because you can get the refunds if you play it for less than an hour. Yeah. All right, cool.
Well, because I had a little look on the store and it was on sale. I think they'd knocked a little bit off it. And I had a quick look at it.
Yeah.
I don't really know too much about it.
It's fun. It's
It's weird because you get the
It's a-
tracks right, and it's got like the guitar riff of the track, the singing of the
yeah,
track, and then you can
the
mix
the
all.
beats, the bass, the vocals, and
So you can
you
mix, yeah, the different
yeah,
parts of different songs together.
and you can add on like different various drum beats. So it's all color coordinated, red, blue, yellow, and green. But for example, you can have two different colors or two different parts that run concurrently. And the idea is that you drop them in because they technically should all mix together in some form or other. But you can also do the BPM up and down. You can turn the tone and the pitch. You can sync stuff up, and you can like drop about 3 tracks at the same time, like a massive fucking bass drop. So I've been playing with that quite a bit, and it's getting quite immense. I mean, the problem with it, I think, is it's during the campaign, it's throwing at you all these little tasks, all these little things to do with your mix boss teaching you at the same time, and your tune sounds like God knows, it sounds like throwing a bag of spanners down the stairs.
And you just want to experiment and see what you
Exactly.
can
You
do
want
and
you want
play
those
around with it.
and time will come when you'll be able to do that.
There'll
So
be a free mode.
oh, there is a free. Yeah, there is one on there, but it's not as immediate. So I think if anything, much like any rhythm action game, especially the ones when you had to use a plastic guitar, it took time, and I suppose the whole crux of this is whether or not you have fun learning doing the game or learning how to play the game, and it's kind of got that. It's not for everyone though.
Nah, as someone who can professionally mix, I know you can, Dan, as well. I think it's awful.
I can't professionally mix, man. I crossfade.
Oh, okay, Captain Crossfade.
I used to do New Year's Eve parties and Christmas
I
Eve
remember you
parties.
saying, yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I've had some mad nights in pubs. 5 o'clock in the morning with people dancing on fucking the bar still.
I used to have me vinyl on me decks and beat mix all my trance.
Yeah.
Well,
See,
I was completely peeled up out my face.
I did. I used to get free drinks at the bar. That's my tent. I used to get paid in beer. I was quite happy with that. But yeah, but it's fine. It's fun. But the other really thing, I suppose, the uphill struggle with the game, I suppose, to a degree, was that the old Harmonix games used to be like party games.
Yeah.
So you used to have 2-player bows, used to have fun, used to have all the different peripherals where someone had drum kits, keyboard, whatever. And that works. This is you could have, I suppose, a 2-player mode on this, but again, it doesn't really seem to me party game. That's the thing.
Yeah.
It's a very solitary, even though it's like a DJ festival headline slot type of game. It doesn't really feel like the kind of game you put on at a house party or a get together.
Mm-hmm.
Even the DJ Hero games, I believe you could like have it where it'd just do an autoplay and it would just play through all the mixes.
Oh, that's quite cool.
Like, so you could have it on in the background of a party or something.
I think you could do that. Yeah. Yeah. But
did you see they added? Bill Bev DeVoe's Poison this week.
Did they?
Do you own this, Darren? I forgot. You own this?
No, I don't, because it's digital only, isn't it?
Oh, right.
Yeah. So
if it wasn't, I'd have got it.
Yeah, it's fun. Don't get me wrong, it's fun, but it's a very solitary experience from the party games of old. That's my quick catch-all review on it, I suppose.
Cool.
And the only other thing I've been playing, aside from Animal Crossing, which no one wants me to talk about, is Persona 5 Strikers.
Okay.
What do you
I didn't realise you picked this up.
I said so last week, you numpty.
Did you? Oh, mate, my memory's shot. I thought it was Darren who was talking about it last week.
It was.
He played it early. I put about 3 hours into it, and it's literally, if you love Persona 5 but hated all of the RPG elements, such as all the turn-based combat that went on forever, this is like Persona 5, but with hack and slash instead of those fighting mechanics. Is that a fair kind of summary?
So I've picked this up as well. I think I played it less than you. I've only played about an hour.
Mm-hmm.
I loved the original Persona 5, and what I like about this is it's a true sequel story-wise.
Yeah.
And what I felt like, because it's all the same city, same areas,
It's the
And,
same
like,
locations, isn't it? It's
yeah,
the same
so-
characters.
Yeah, so the first time you go back to the cafe where you spent most of the original game, you know, I was like, and they were saying, "Oh, it's been ages since we've seen each other," and I was thinking, it has been a while. It's been about a year since I've played Persona 5, and all those little emotions come back from just remembering all those good times I had with all those characters, because I really did dig all the characters in Persona 5, and that was just, it was just nice to be back in that world again, if that makes sense. But the combat, I really am liking it. I think it's really, really cool. It's a nice change of pace, to be honest. And
Yeah, it's different from the other kind of Dynasty Warriors games I've played.
yeah,
It feels different. And there's quite clearly some kind of mechanics in there which are lifted straight from the original Persona 5 game.
yeah. I mean,
So-
they kept the art style, haven't they?
Yeah.
Which is really cool.
Yes. I need to play it some more. I'll probably play a bit more tonight, I think.
Did you pick it up on the Switch, Dan?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Okay,
it
'cause
came with a download code as well for a 2 gig download code for an app where you can watch a video and listen to some music and
Music.
yeah, on your Switch. And I was like, oh, I'd rather have the MP3s, please, so I can put it on my iPod.
Yeah.
It is a labour of love. Like it's nice that obviously a developer that was known for kind of doing copy and paste hack and slash titles is now just leaving those kind of things to their own games. And when they're obviously doing like the Hyrule Warriors and obviously the Persona, and they've done others before, they're kind of putting their own spin on them,
Yeah.
but keeping it to like as much to the original as they can.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
I think it's paid off for them because now more and more people are actually picking up and playing some of their other titles now
Yeah.
as well, I believe.
Mm-hmm.
They announced, well, there was like this week that's just gone. I did kind of on and off at work while I was there, like an hour-long live stream that they were doing on Samurai Warriors 5.
Okay.
But I was talking about some of the bits and bobs on that. They showcased like an extended version of the trailer they had at the Nintendo Direct.
Oh, nice.
And showcased a few more of the other characters. So I think the game's going to have 20. It's like a retelling of the original, which apparently only had about 16 characters, but this one's going to have like 27.
Wow.
Oh, nice. That's pretty.
But they're going to
that's-
make sure they all play like reasonably and different and more unique, and
Nice.
go more into the story stuff. So I'm still interested in it. It just depends if they fondle the gameplay too much in a certain direction, because they did that with Dynasty Warriors 9, and I wouldn't touch that with a tramp's fucking rotten cock. To be perfectly honest.
Why would you
Me
touch a
camera.
tramp's rotten cock?
Well, exactly, I wouldn't.
You wouldn't.
Exactly.
But you infer that you would hold it to touch something with it, but not that.
Oh,
Well,
dear.
you know what I mean.
Yeah, I know.
Maybe, yeah.
Cool. Well, I'm glad you're liking it, Dan. I know Colin's picked it
Yeah.
up as well, and he's
Yeah,
I
he
think
was very
liking
excited
it.
on Pie Chat about it. It was almost
Yeah.
like he was embarking on a little affair with his favourite character.
Oh yeah, his waifu. Yeah, good old Dan. Yeah,
Yeah.
cool.
Also about Makoto, what are you all about?
I actually quite liked his teacher. She was quite awesome.
See, I only play. I didn't
Oh,
finish
the
Persona
nurse
5.
wasn't bad either.
Oh
The
yeah,
nurse.
yeah.
I didn't find the original Persona 5. I only got about 20 hours in before giving up.
Oh, Dan.
Well, the dungeons went on for too bloody
Oh, I
long.
know they were too long. 100%.
And the save points are a ball like. It was like I just want to save now. You know, it was just that's the main problem with this game. It inherits the save point problem. It's like
Yes.
you know, it like Hyrule Warriors doesn't have that problem at all. It was you finish the mission, you come out, you save it easy. This you got to continue the story to get to a save point. It's like, oh man, just let me save to go and let me go to bed for fuck's sake.
Yeah, buddy. That's yeah. Oh.
That's
at
why
least on your
whenever
Switch
the
you
game's
can-
like, do you want to save? I'm like, yes.
Yeah.
Thank you very much.
At least on the
Yeah.
Switch, mate, you can press that power button and it
Yes.
just suspends the game, though, right?
Well,
So-
that is very, very true. That is very true.
Whereas I've got it on the PC, so I don't have that luxury unless I leave my PC on all night with the game running,
No.
which
Don't
I have been known to
recommend.
do in the past.
Yes, for Chivos.
Flight Simulator.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Well, yeah. Oh, good. Cool. Well, I'm gonna try and play more of that this week, Dan, because it's good.
Does anyone know how long it is? I'm guessing.
Yes, so
I think it's about 40, 50 hours, isn't it? Or something?
no, I've looked online, and you can get it done in 30 hours.
Hmm.
So
Okay.
yeah,
Oh, that's a bit more manageable than 100.
yep.
So good.
Is that
I'm
it,
happy
Dan?
with-
Is that what
Yeah,
you're
that's it this week. Yeah, that's it really. Well, bits and bobs. What I've been doing this week. I've been busy. What have I been doing this week? I've been getting 8 hours sleeps overnight. I'm so
Oh,
happy.
I'm jealous.
I know.
I was getting 4 hours sleeps all week
I
until
know.
Thursday. I actually felt physically ill from having
Oh,
not
God.
enough sleep.
Shit, man. I thought I'd just mention that because I know you guys have been moaning about sleep recently. So
Yeah, you bastard.
yeah, it's all right. So I had a nap this afternoon, so I'm not going to get much sleep tonight. So
Late night gaming then.
yeah, maybe I might watch a film. We'll have to wait and see. Cool, man. That's me done.
Darren.
Outriders Demo, Fortnite, Assassin's Creed, Valhalla. That's it.
Oh,
Job done.
that was easy, wasn't it?
I've been at work all week, so
Yeah, I know you have.
pretty
Yeah,
much just
yeah,
sticking games on and getting the dailies done, and then turning it off. Pretty much
Yeah.
all week long.
yeah.
Although I will say on Valhalla, I'm plodding in a little bit more in that. Still enjoying it.
Cool. Cool beans.
Hmm.
Right, it's my turn then, is it? I'm not going to be long either, to be honest. I've played a lot of Final Fantasy 14 the last couple of weeks. My Steam playlist said I've in the last 2 weeks.
Everyone's so happy that now I've stopped talking about it. You're taking the mantle.
Yeah, I just want to look. There's a little picture of me fishing. I'm going to put on the stream there. Look. I've taken up fishing in Final Fantasy 14. That's how sad I am. And the ship only leaves for sea fishing every 2 hours. So what I've been doing is logging into the game like 10 minutes before the ship leaves and going fishing for half an hour, then turning it off again. I've nearly maxed out my character already in the space of a week. But
What, fishing?
yeah, 65 hours of Final Fantasy 14 in 2 weeks. It's just been mental.
Man, that's a job.
I know. I've just been playing it so much. I've just really got sucked back into it again. I really am loving it. It's because there's so many different classes you can play, and I've only stuck to 1 or 2. So I thought, I'm going to diversify.
So you tried fisherman.
Try fisherman, yeah, and it's actually a lot of fun. The fishing, it really, really is. Going out to sea.
They did go pretty in depth with it. I mean, the Japanese obviously do like their fishing.
Yeah. Yeah, so I've been out because you're getting a party of people and you're all chatting and you're fishing and yeah, man, it's good. And I was going to say,
You might
that's been
actually
my main.
have some of those things I said about that you might have unlocked.
All right.
Next time you're in Gridania, if you go and see Jonas of the Scrolls or whatever his name is up the top.
We'll talk about this not on the podcast, mate, because we'll probably send people to sleep. Yeah.
They're
No worries, leave it on then.
unsubscribing as we speak.
Yeah. But yeah, there's a picture of me on the boat there with me friends, and we're all fishing and having a good time, and yeah, it's just been my chill out game really. It's just been a bit of Final Fantasy 14 fishing. It's been nice. I completed a game today for the Chivos. Tell me why. I actually thought the ending was quite good. Actually, I know I've been slagging it off a little bit for various reasons.
It's quite a good story, I think.
I think
Quite interesting.
I know I've been taking the piss, but the story is actually pretty decent. At the end of the day, it's set in 3 parts. It's all on Game Pass. It gives you good chivos. I didn't max it out though, Peebs, so you'll be disappointed in me.
I was it 1500, isn't it? I think I got 1450.
Oh,
There is an achievement for like 2 different ending type things.
Yeah, I got 1250 because I didn't follow the guide specifically, so I missed a couple of things. But no, I really enjoyed it. Actually, it was just like an interactive kind of movie game, if that makes sense.
Big Quantic
like-
Dream.
Yeah, and you know, the story's very deep in places, and there's a lot of good puzzles in the game, and it's I when I got to the end of the game today, I actually really enjoyed it. So just want to put that out there. If you've got Game Pass, you check it out, especially for the Chivos. It's a good
So
one.
you've changed your tune on that game after constantly slagging it off. Will you, when you talk about what you've bought on the PlayStation this week?
I talked about it last week as well, Peebs. You
Oh,
obviously
did you?
weren't listening.
Well, I thought it was a Patreon one, so I didn't bother.
Oh. Such a fucker.
Huge endorsement.
I've got my weeks mixed up.
Yeah, you have. It's because you've been drinking too much.
But I think once you've played that, you might change your tune on that as well.
Well, I doubt it, but I don't even know when I'm even going to turn my PS4 on. It's sitting up here in my man cave, but there's just so many games to play on my PlayStation. I'm getting mixed up now. On my PC and my Xbox, I just don't have time to turn it on. But I will I will try and make time. But the thing is, I'm playing Persona 5 Strikers as my main game now. And the other game I started playing, which is on Game Pass, is Dirt 5.
Oh, that's only just come out, isn't it?
It's really good. I'm really enjoying it.
Oh, really? Because
Yeah.
I listened to another old Toz on Cranky Gamers, and he is slagging this game off to high heaven.
Well, don't listen to him. Listen to me. Right? I'm the true podcast king of the UK. All right. All right. So listen to the world's #1 British gaming podcast.
Is it as hardcore and difficult as some of the previous entries?
Well, this is probably why people are slagging off a little bit. It's not that hard. But what I'm liking about it is the various types of tracks that you can do. So you've got like your standard rally, you got your racing rally, you got your gymkhana stuff where you're in this zone like doing tricks and donuts and stuff, which I really liking. You've got your like the mountain climbing on these really cool cars, and you're just like,
oh, the Pikes Peak.
yeah, kind of like that. It's really fun. There's loads of different types of racing in it. You can completely customize all your cars, like the paint jobs and stuff. It looks amazing. I mean, on the Series X, I'm surprised you haven't been getting it because it runs at 120 FPS, guys. Come on.
Yeah, they did tout that it was a 120 FPS game on that.
Yeah, so it's got really cool. I mean, I did see on Twitter today that some people are really enjoying the multiplayer. I've just been playing through the campaign, and I've just been really enjoying that.
Is there a gamer night in the multiplayer here for us?
No,
I think
we'll stick with
is it too serious?
No, we'll stick
Do
with
you
Wreckfest.
still have bobbleheads on your dashboard of your motor?
Not that I've seen, no.
Because you used to be able to have your, do you remember your Xbox avatars like hanging on a keyring off the rear view mirror?
Oh, God, that was a long time ago. Yeah, man. I've not.
What are Chivos like, Webby?
They're not too bad.
The most important thing.
I've unlocked a few, but I have had a look at the Chivos, and it looks like you need to properly play all the campaign to get the most out of them, to be honest, which is fair enough. Yeah, I'm really liking it. It's on Game Pass, as I say, so there's no reason not to check it out. It looks great. It runs great. The lighting is beautiful. I don't know what else I can say, but it's rallying, man. But there's so many different options within the races, and there's so many different cars as well. You know, you got like your classic rally cars and like your RS Cosworths and stuff as well, which is pretty cool. So yeah, I'm really liking it so far. Just been my kind of I've been playing it whilst in party chat with people, just having a good old chin wag. I was having a chat with Wes today, of all people, for about half an hour while I was playing it. It was quite chill. So yeah. And the last game I've been playing, I only played it for about half an hour today. I went back onto Sea of Thieves. And that was with Darkest Frost. So big shout out to Darkest Frost. I saw he was online playing. So I joined his game, and we were sailing the high seas, and guess what we were doing? Fishing missions. So there's these new missions on the season where you have to go to these certain islands and you have to try and catch these certain fish. But on our adventures, we got attacked by a kraken, which we defeated, and we also came across another ship, which we got into a ship battle and we won. I was steering the ship, and Darkus had the aim of a sniper. He was perfect with those cannonballs. We sunk a ship twice the size of ours, so we were singing with joy. So yeah, I had a lot of fun on that with him today. It was good.
Nice.
I couldn't stay on it for long because I was working, so I had to drop off and do some work. I know it's awful.
Well,
Isn't
actually,
it?
turn slightly sideways and look at your laptop.
Yeah, very much. Yeah, so I couldn't get on for long, but yeah, it was good fun, man. I still really enjoy this game. It's great. That is all I've been playing. Just to mention on Steam, one of the games that I used to talk about a lot was Return to Castle Wolfenstein on the original Xbox.
Wolfenstein.
The Wolfenstein, yeah. There's a mod come out for the original Wolfenstein called Real RTCW. So I haven't played it yet, but apparently it's a full fan rejig of the campaign of the original Return to Castle Wolfenstein. So I'm going to try and check this out this week and talk about it in next week's podcast. So that's all I want to say. Great thing about PC gaming is modding. Love it. Anyway, that is it for what we've been playing. Shall we go to questions?
Mm-hmm.
Cool. Well, I've not had many. Marty asks, question, what's your favourite roast meat? He loves roast beef.
Oh man, I like them all.
Yeah, chicken, beef, pork,
Yeah.
lamb,
Yeah,
lamb with
yeah.
meat sauce.
Oh man, leg of lamb. Oh,
Lamb and pork are ones I don't do.
yeah. Pork belly.
I have the thing with me though. With every time I have a gravy dinner, so it could be sausage and mash with gravy. Cottage pie with gravy. I have to have my little cocktation of condiment, which is mint sauce in a pot with a bit of vinegar. Add horseradish to it, and add mustard to
Horseradish?
it,
What?
and mix it up. It's a nice, lovely sauce.
Ooh, that sounds weird.
What, mint sauce and horseradish? Are you mental?
Yeah, with a bit of vinegar and a bit
With
of mustard.
vinegar? Yeah.
Yeah, in a pot.
Jesus Christ, mate.
Stir it with a little teaspoon.
There's something wrong with you.
Pour it
I'm
over
surprised
your
your
meat.
eyes don't
Lovely.
melt as you lift the spoon to your mouth. Like.
I've had it for years. My dad used to do it, so it's just a thing I used to I've copied. And we always used to laugh and say, we need to bottle this and sell it, we'll be millionaires.
I'm stealing
No,
your
but-
recipe.
Yeah, no, mate. Seriously.
I'm going to go on Dragon's Den
Yeah.
and be like, what was
Yeah,
that
it's
Jamaican
It's
sauce
gonna
guy?
be
Yeah.
reggae sauce.
I
That's it.
used to mix mayo and tomato sauce for like
That's
to put
burger
on, like,
sauce,
fish
isn't it?
cakes and stuff.
Didn't they actually bottle that up?
It's burger sauce, isn't it? Sauce and ketchup and mayonnaise.
Pretty
Yeah.
much, yeah.
Sort of, yeah.
Because it goes that pink colour, doesn't it?
Mm.
Yeah.
But yeah,
Oh,
stick it on fish
God.
cakes, mate.
Nom, nom, nom,
I
nom,
feel,
nom.
I feel ill.
Fish cakes. Ugh,
I'm hungry.
making me hungry, yeah.
Right, should we go to
Well,
the next
we plan to
Next segment, what you've been eating.
What you been
Yeah.
eating?
well, we plan to have a nice homemade shepherd's pie today. But because we was up till 4 o'clock drinking,
Fucking party animal. Peebs,
we-
please
we-
let me play the video on stream. Come on.
we
I need your permission.
Yeah, I don't mind.
Yes.
So we both woke up a bit hungover, and we thought, "There's no way we're gonna make a homemade shepherd's pie." So it was a dirty McDonald's.
Oh, lovely.
Right, I need you all to be quiet for this.
Okay.
You ready?
Yeah.
Hang on, hang
Good
on.
job this is Patreon.
Hang on. Here we go. There's Peebs doing his moves.
We can't see it yet on the Twitch stream. There we go.
Well,
Okay.
in the head, obviously,
Yeah.
if you're listening to this.
I can see, yeah. Well, it's the KLF, isn't it?
Yeah.
Is there like a hand drive thing going on?
You look so happy.
He looks so fucking hammered, doesn't he?
Oh,
Brilliant.
nice.
Ah, good old Peebs. Always good. He's always good laughing, right, next question then. Ruski says, is nose fingering technically third base? Asking for a friend.
I don't know, man. Yeah.
We're going to let Stunty answer that one next week because he's coming on next week.
Yeah.
I don't know about nose fingering, but I have plenty of earwank.
Oh, mate.
That's what I call them.
Yeah,
You know when you like jam your finger in your ear and give it a good
wank, yeah.
workout.
Wank off your ear. Brilliant.
Or is it like if you've got a really small cock, you could probably get an ear job, couldn't you?
How did you burst your eardrum? Well,
yeah, micro penis.
Sorry to mute myself. Oh dear.
just make sure you pull out.
Oh! Oh! Is that coming out your ear, love? Oh! It's gone horribly wrong. Oh dear. Right, next question then. Nikki Wilson says, are there any genre of games you used to play but don't anymore? I used to be hooked on fighting games, but have only played a Dragon Ball Fighters in the last 10 years.
I used to play like JRPGs, believe it or not.
You just don't have time now, do you, Dan?
Nah, not at all. And it was just I'd rather. I don't know, anything with an elongated story, I kind of get frustrated by. I just want, if I want a story, I've said this many times, I'll watch a film. Or a piss poor story. No one wants a piss poor story, and especially one that's dragged out over 15 hours plus. So I'm usually switched off of those games now. But other than that, I still play a lot of retro stuff. I used to play a little bit of first-person shooters, I suppose. I used to play a bit of this, bit of that, but not anymore. Really, really boring, I know.
I used to play a lot of Football Manager type games. I don't really play them anymore. I know Football Manager's really still popular, isn't it, on Steam? But just a bit too long-winded and they're far too in-depth now.
I think Football Manager is on Game Pass on PC as well now.
Really?
Yes.
Because I know there's quite a big Twitch community that Twitch streamers who like do these competitions and stuff, and a lot of them like I can't remember his name now. There's one actually from Peterborough, because hence he's got about 40,000 followers. Hence now in my Twitch, I've got now 97 followers, so I need 3 more to get up to 100. So there's no point in having a shout out on this Patreon because only 25 people are going to listen to it.
Football Manager isn't on. I thought I saw it on Game Pass, but it's not on there. No, it's not on there. So I do apologise. But Out of the Park Baseball is on there, which is Baseball Manager, just as good, right?
Rounders, mate, isn't it?
Baseball Manager.
Yeah, mate. Out of the Park Baseball. It's brilliant, mate.
Tumbleweed.
It's more in depth than football. Yeah.
I'll behave.
Much more in depth. It's amazing. Amazing, mate. And baseball season has just started again. Good times.
They're letting crowds. Are they letting crowds?
Puzzle games.
Yeah, they are. Yeah.
One that I used to play quite a few of, and don't really much anymore. Puzzle type of games.
Oh, I have a moan actually.
Another one.
Yeah,
they're like buses. These are.
This is about MLB The Show 21. Now, good news, it's coming to Xbox and it's a Sony studio game. The bad news is, because it's Sony fucking Studios, they're charging fucking 70 quid for it, the cunts.
Physical?
Yeah,
Yeah.
70
Oh.
quid on Series X and PS5.
Oh, that's probably matched it. Yeah, they're probably doing a like for like with
Well,
the PSI version. That's it.
yeah, but
know.
if you get it on the Xbox One, it's 50 quid. So you're paying a £20 next gen
Shit, man.
tax. Yeah, it's
Jesus Christ.
bullshit. Absolute bullshit.
So basically, smart delivery doesn't work in this case. They
Yeah.
kind of avoided it. Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, what
Yeah.
does Phil Spencer think about that?
Well, he doesn't care because.
I don't care either, but.
Well, I do care, but now, I was really looking forward to buying this, and now because of my morals, I won't be buying it.
Just get the Xbox One version for fuck's
No,
sake.
because
you
I
wouldn't
will.
buy The Last of Us 2.
Yeah.
Like once it's 15 quid, like The Last of Us 2, I'll pick it up. All right.
Yeah.
Excuse me.
Oh well.
All right.
You calm down now.
Yeah.
Okay. Next.
Ian Stewart. After skipping PS4, is it worth getting a PS5 digital to play the titles in the collection? I've got a Series X, so I'm not in any rush, but I feel like I missed out on some cracking PS4 games. I'm used to Game Pass now, too, so I won't be shelling out £70 on new titles either. But the back catalogue to download looks worth paying for via PS Plus collection, and most seem to run better on PS5 too. Well, Ian, I have to say, you won't be playing the games in the PS Plus collection because you need to be a PS Plus member at the time of when those games come out. So it's not like Game Pass where you can have a whole library. It's literally when you join PS Plus, you get like the games that month, and then you slowly build your library up.
I think that might not count for obviously the God of because they did a thing, didn't they? If you bought the PS5, you could play like God of War and Horizon and
there's
a
a whole
of
selection,
others.
isn't there?
Yeah, but it's not like a massive selection, is it?
It's about 20 games.
Is it?
Yeah, it's about 20
games.
Quite
That's actually quite good.
It's like Persona 5's in there, I think. God of War.
Yeah.
Days Gone. Any more?
Well, that's actually
anything
pretty
Sony
good.
based. Yeah, anything Sony based.
Most of their Sony stuff up till
Uncharted games are in there.
Death Stranding, I think. And
Oh, actually, then I think that's quite decent.
Yeah, the only thing I will say with getting a digital is that you are at the mercy, and as you've heard us on this podcast, especially Webby going about Sony pricing, you're at the mercy of what the digital price is at any point you want to buy a game, instead of being able to shop around when you got physical. So
it's £100 more for the disc version, isn't it?
Yeah, I think the disc version, getting the digital over the disc version is a false economy in my opinion.
Yeah, 100%.
So I'm not interested in getting digital only at all. If you want to be able to enjoy gaming to the fullest, then that includes picking up some games you wouldn't normally try at a fraction of the price. You don't have to wait for the sales. Just get the disc version, I'd say. But that's personal opinion. You might be a minimalist and don't want any discs clogging up your flat or house. It's up to you, I guess, but I know what I'm choosing.
Yeah, that's fair enough. That's all the Facebook questions. That's the Twitter questions. I'm just double checking Discord. Don't think we had any questions on there. No. That's about the end of the show. I just want to say very quickly though, during the week, obviously last week's show we talked about Mark, who sadly passed away, also known as Nats. His wife reached out to me, and I gave her the link because she wanted the links to any podcast that he'd been on and stuff, and she and then after I gave her the links and that, she came back to me again and said that the tribute show we did last week was really, really lovely, and she really appreciated it. So yeah, so I want to say a big thank you to all the co-hosts that were on that last week as well.
No teams. Yeah, it's just sad, really.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah, I think like Darren was right, because she was saying to me, with the, at least with the podcasts, the family can still hear his voice. So I know I'm a member of a few of the Facebook groups. I know she managed to get links to all the Cranky Gamer episodes that he was on, because he was a co-host on there for a long time as well. So got a lot of content of his voice that they can listen to. So I just think that's quite nice.
Yeah.
And his laughter.
Yeah.
Everyone has a nice, unique laugh you get used to.
That's it. So yeah, so I just wanted to just mention that before we ended. Just thought it was quite nice that we could do something nice for his family, you know. So
Yeah.
cool. Is there anything else you guys want to say before we go?
No, man. Oh, good. What time is it?
Thought
Oh,
we
we've done
missed
all right.
a few things.
Yeah. As I say, we've rounded it to 2 hours. I thought this was going to go on for ages today.
No, we've done well because we talked about all the games we played more or less at the same time, so it was good.
Yeah, man. It helps if you have a game a night and you play have a game a night that takes up most of your gaming time for the week.
Yeah. Well, that game a night. I mean, I had to drop off about 11 because I'd work the next day, but I think it went on till gone midnight, right? 12:30, 1 o'clock in the morning, something silly,
something like that. Yeah.
Yeah.
Old
Decent, man.
school.
Yeah.
It's kind of meant that in order to lock some of the new cars, you've got to play the single player mode, and I'm a bit reluctant to do that, which is a bit irritating.
Really? I mean, but we all had fun with the cars that are available anyway.
Oh yeah, for sure. But I think if I think some of the randoms that were joining were, how do I say, winning with the better cars.
Right,
so,
I'm going to hammer the single player this week now.
Yeah,
on my days
just
off.
saying. Just saying.
Some rule changes for the races then.
Exactly. Yeah, we'll let Peebs did a good job hosting that and laying down the limits. So don't get too many good ideas.
Yeah. Cool.
Cool, man.
Cool. Right, on that note, we're going to end the show. Thank you very much for coming on, everybody. And thank you to all the patrons out there who made this week's show possible. So, from me, Mark Webb, Gamertape, Pinsody, Steam ID, Webby, 360G.
Resident Chivo Hall, Mr. Peebs.
And Mr. Cinema Dan.
And Sensei Switch.
So thank you very much. Don't forget to follow us on Twitter at 360gamercast. You can find us on Facebook, same name. And if you want to join our vibrant Discord community, just follow the link in the show notes. So from all of us here, thank you very much for listening, and we will see you next week. Goodbye. Oh,
nice.
Byron just said, you surprisingly answered a question I've had for ages. What does Peebs look like partying?
The happiest man. Yeah, the happiest man in the party.
Yeah. A few people are surprised at the beard.
Yeah, this is my lockdown 2.0 beard.
So, are you going to shave it off once you're allowed back to the pub?
I might do. I mean, it annoys the missus, and it sometimes is annoying because now I've bought oil and balm for it, so I oil it up and style it.
Do you go proper English gent? Like,
you've become
tweeze of the tash.
Yeah.
I just need a top hat.
Beard ponce.
And a monocle. Can't we get a monocle, mate, as well?
Yeah, I'll bring monocles back.
Stare at everyone like begrudgingly through it in shops.
Yeah, I don't know whether to shave it yet or not. I don't know. Some days
once
I like
you're
it,
past the itchy, annoying part of a beard, though, it almost feels wrong to get rid of it, just in case you want to grow it back again. So then you got to go back through that annoyance, which I can never get past. It either comes to the point of like either the beard comes off or the skin comes off, one or the other. Something's got to go.
Is Webby still growing his beard?
Yeah, it's a good question.
Sorry, I was muted.
Were you now? Okay.
Yeah, I had a bit of a coughing fit again. Well, I shaved it off, but then I just get really lazy and just I just let it grow until it just annoys me, and then I shave it off again. But it is a little bit ginger, which is, not the greatest look in the world. So,
well, mine's got a bit of all sorts. Mine's a little bit ginger, a little bit grey.
Oh, you've got the old Technicolor dream beard.
Yeah.
Like most people I know with beards have those, or they start getting the yellow, the white wisp
Yeah.
in them and stuff.
see,
like in a
I don't know what it is. I don't know if you guys, well, you guys are a little bit older than me, but I've started getting white eyebrow hairs. Like just random strands of eyebrow hair are white, and I have to pluck them out.
Jesus Christ! Yeah, I haven't got those. I got it. I
don't think I've had that.
No, I found this. It must have been about 3 inches long hair coming off my earlobe a little while ago.
Oh, weird!
It's fucking weird. It was just growing.
Plucking ear hair as nose hair. That's
Yeah.
good part of life, isn't it?
A Remington little buzzer for that. Stick out your nose.
Yeah, I've got one of
job
those.
done.
Yeah.
I'll just use scissors, mate.
Ooh!
Well,
No.
I have, because I'm such a vain knob, I actually go and have mine waxed.
What?
Yeah, what, your eyebrows?
I have mine. You have your nasal
not my
passages
eyebrows,
waxed.
My nose and ears, because I get bad nose hair and ear hair.
Oh, you had the inside of your nostrils waxed?
Yeah.
What? I didn't even know that was a thing.
Yeah, there's a guy here who just does men. He's like a men's groomer, so he doesn't do like women's legs or anything like that. But he just does men's. So he can have a back sack and crack.
I was going to say, did you get your bikini line done?
No, I don't. I literally just have my ears and nose done. That's it.
Oh, I didn't know that was a thing. I end up getting the tweezers and plucking my ear hairs out.
Yeah, but that's what I've been, because obviously. During lockdown, obviously they're not allowed to open, so I have been having to do it myself with the buzz away and stuff. But it doesn't do a good job.
I thought your missus would do it since she's a hairdresser.
Well, she can, but I don't know. I just don't want to do it in my nose. I don't trust her.
No. Back-sucking crap's all right though, isn't it?
Yeah. Yeah, Clocky's put in the chat the old Turkish. They burn them, don't they? Because when I've been to Turkey, I've had a Turkish shave, and they light a big stick and then they burn your ear hair.
Oh, weird.
Yeah.
Delicious.
It's just weird. The older you get, the more hair you get in really strange places, which is just.
Well, yeah, it doesn't grow where you want it to grow. Like I'm thinner on my on the top of my head. Yeah, I can grow a bloody Viking beard, but
yeah, it's just the nose and ear hairs that piss me off.
Not just the ear inner ear, the ear lobe as well.
Yeah.
That can have a couple of annoying ones every now and again.
The random things we talk about. Very cool.
Cool.
Well, I'm going to chip. I've got to play. Oh, bloody hell, it's 10 to 11.
Yeah, it's a bit I'm not tired enough yet. I'm building my head off.
I might watch an episode of Vikings, because I've watched one episode in the space of 2 weeks.
I thought you'd have finished that by now. You rinsed the first lot, now you're slacking.
Well, it's because it's gone a bit shit. Well, I want to finish it off.
Yeah, it does peter out a bit. It's a bit. I told you need to get onto Black Sails, especially now you're into the Sea of Thieves game. It's all pirates and stuff. It's really good.
Yeah, I want to. The thing is, because I've been doing quite a lot of gaming in the evenings, I've not had any time for TV, so I need to get back onto Valheim. I've been neglecting the 360G server with HDub. We've been
that sold another million, hasn't it, since the last episode, I believe.
Yeah, it's super popular. Yeah, it's too many.
This is PC only though, yeah.
Yeah, it's just so many games, man. Too many games to play. But Valheim is really good. Yeah, I've mentioned it already before. So yes, I've seen. Saw a picture. Someone built a Millennium Falcon in Valheim.
Oh, cool.
Yeah, someone else has built the Eye of Sauron. which is bloody insane. So yeah, there's some talented people out there.
Do you remember
Crazy.
when people in Minecraft like created like Westeros and stuff like that?
Oh no, it's
Like
nuts.
King's
Isn't it?
Landing out of Minecraft and stuff.
And now now no one even talks about Game of Thrones.
Well, until the prequels come out, I
Yeah,
guess.
It's like Felby in the next couple of months, I think.
Oh really?
Yeah, the prequel. Be with us soon. They're probably looking at next 2022, I'd say. So there's all sorts of people being added to the
Well,
cast.
the bonus thing is to a degree now. Is even with the obviously the current restriction filming due to the pandemic. Obviously, the Mandalorian had like this tech, didn't they? Because like pretty
Yes.
much most of the backgrounds in that entire series of season 2 of the Mandalorian was basically on a stage.
Yeah,
Filled in
that was
Yeah.
it.
That's quite
imagery.
cool.
Yeah, it
and
was. I mean, if
worked
you watch,
reasonably well.
it's all of the making ofs. If you look at it on Disney Plus, it's pretty sweet. So you cut down a lot on the costs in terms of taking stuff on set or building sets and stuff. So you literally just stick a background on the video screen behind, and it kind of makes you look like you're there.
That's quite funky, isn't it?
So it depends on where they're going to plan to shoot this Game of Thrones series, because it's the Targaryens as far as I understand it. So I
I
mean,
think they've announced like 2 or 3, didn't they? One got
yeah.
cancelled, and then another one got greenlit.
Well, they did a pilot for one which didn't get picked. They picked up, got cancelled straight away. But this one seems to be going full steam ahead, and I think who's in it? I think was it Matt Smith is being touted as in it. God, the list I can't remember. So there's a few. This is going to be the first Game of Thrones I'm going to watch live with everyone else, because the last one I kind of just watched Series 8 because I caught up with it in a matter of weeks. So yeah, it might be all right. You know, people will hate it, no doubt. People will moan about it, but we'll see.
Yeah, man. Cool. Well, I'm gonna go. Thank you everyone
Yeah.
for coming on.
Yeah.
It's been awesome.
Yeah, no
Yeah,
worries.
no worries. Oh god.
Touchy bye.
Yeah, speak to you
Adios.
soon.
See you later.
Yeah.
Adios,
See you in a
mate.
week.
Okay.
Bye.
Bye.